Hello, Namaskara.
Namaskara, Hardik. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Next time, do send me a cap. I'll also wear one. That looks really cool.
Sure.
So, welcome all. I'm Hardik Shah, one of the directors of YPS, and today I'm joined by the president, the Tusker, aka Head Satish.
Good evening.
Yeah. So today's presentation, bringing the best out of advertising photography and celebrity portraiture. It's going to be a very interactive session. There's going to be a lot of learning. So I request all our viewers, our audience, to watch it on a bigger screen and do share this current live session with your friends, because it'll not be just a presentation, but then a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of learning. Like, how do you achieve with that particular shot? If it's a product or if it's a celebrity, what do you keep in mind? So it's going to be full of knowledge. So we really don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this. Now, before we start about today's session, a really quick round of announcements. Starting with Salon, this is our golden jubilee year. YPS is, we have completed 50 years, and the Salon, All India Salon 2021, is completely free for all. And the last date for submission is July 14th. And this is not just any other salon, it's YPS Salon. So do check out the website salon.ypsbengaluru.in for more information. Next, we know that we were quite delayed on the Drishti, the editions. The team was actually overclocking, and we all know that how the situation is, right? And however, with their best efforts, here we have the March edition. We'll be coming up with next edition soon. We will keep you posted. The March edition is out. It's available on Drishti Stand. You can go to ypsbengaluru.com, click on Drishti Stand, and you can download the copy for free. You don't need to log in. You don't need to be a member. Anyone can freely download the copy and get read our journal. There's a lot of information available. Coming to the next YPS meet. The next YPS meet is going to be on 20th June, and it's going to be about dancing drops, the art of droplet photography. Mr. Deep Bhatia from Chandigarh, he will be not just presenting his wonderful droplet art, droplet photography, but then he'll also be telling us how do you achieve with that shots. Do check out his Instagram profile. It's mentioned here, Deep Bhatia Photography, to see what kind of amazing work he does. And we'll be meeting him on 20th June at the same platform on YPS YouTube and Facebook page. And before that, we'll be having the Golden Hour YPS Nanapuguru that is happening next Sunday at 5:30 p.m. at the same place. We will have a few senior members, and we will be going. It will be a trip down memory lane, so we do not want you to miss that. It's very important for us and everyone to know that how the YPS has come up, and it's always good to hear that amazing stories from the senior members, right? Like, how did they come up till here? And 50 years is not a joke. Another important announcement is that as I mentioned, that it's our golden year visual memories. So we are trying to collect photographs or any written material with respect to YPS. We are trying to create a golden book of YPS. If you have any for hard copies, or if you have any images, you can scan them, you can take a photo and upload it on memex.ypsbengaluru.com. If you have any trouble uploading any of your content, please feel free to contact us. I'll be putting up the contact number soon in a while. The next is Golden Jubilee Photo Challenge. This is for our YPS members. Now, I would want to ask all the members present here. I hope you have gone through the post and the memex.ypsbengaluru.com to know what all themes we have. If you can just mention what all themes we have, then themes are really interesting, starting with abstract for this month. If you can just comment that here on the screen, that will be great. Let's see who knows what themes are there. It's all there on the website. If you remember, you can post it here. You can go to the website, come back and post. So the submissions are open. So go to the website and submit your best work. I guess I haven't missed out any of the announcement. Okay, yeah, the contact. 9513 YPS BLR, which is 9513977257, is our official number. You can contact this number on WhatsApp or a direct call if you have anything to know, or if you want to share your review. It can be on anything. It can be on our this webinars or Drishti. One point of contact. If you wish to become a member, pick up your phone, scan this QR code. It will directly take you to a membership form, and the whole process is digitalized. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and smash that like button there down. If you're watching this on Facebook, do share it with on your wall, and do not forget to stop commenting. And we are on Twitter and Instagram. If you haven't followed us there, I would request go there, type YPS Bengaluru. That is our handle. The handle is same across all our platforms. And very important thing, we miss Rakshit. It's still difficult to digest that he's not with us. However, so we are trying to collect memories with Rakshit. Whatever you have, please do collect all the memories. Scan this QR code. We will put the link here in the comment. Also, it's a Google form. We are trying to collect images, and we are trying to hand it over to their family, so that he's always with us. So please do scan the QR code. We'll be putting the link on the comment on the chat also. Yeah, it's there. Thanks, Nandan, for putting that up. Okay, coming to today's presentation, I am really excited. Product photography, portraiture is something I really look forward for always. And we have with us today Mr. Shiresh Karrale, one of the is advertising photographer and celebrity portraits. So let's go ahead with today's presentation. Over to you, Satish sir. I'll try to bring up, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hardik. That was a wonderful beginning for today's program. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskara and welcome to Youth Photographic Society, Bengaluru. On this today's program, I welcome all my dear friends from YPS, from outside YPS, from all over India. Those who are really passionate about YPS, and those who love YPS, I welcome you all for today's program. So friends, today we have one of the very well-known and the best in the field, and my dear friend from Mumbai, Mr. Shiresh Karrale with us. In fact, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Mr. Shiresh Karrale to Youth Photographic Society, and particularly to the Garden City of India, Bengaluru. Welcome you, Mr. Shiresh. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being with us today.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
And welcome YPS, and you heartily congratulations for completing 50 years, and wish you all the best and nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, it was a wonderful thing to see that some of the top photographers and stalwarts of Indian photography like you are accepting our invitation to be here during this Golden Jubilee celebration. And we have started this webinar when the pandemic started last year, and continuously for almost 1.5 years, on all Saturdays and Sundays, we have been having webinars by so many topmost photographers from both India as well as from outside India. And all the Saturday programs are meant for our own members at Youth Photographic Society, and the Sunday programs are all opened up for all over India and all over the world. In fact, our programs are watched by more than 5 countries in the world. And friends, as I said, today Shiresh Karrale, one of the very celebrity photographer, I can say, one of the very talented and uh, lot of fields he's been working in photography, and I'm so happy that today we could get him. In spite of his busy schedules, he accepted our invitation, and today you can see his pictures and you can hear to the stories and the work, how he goes about it behind each and every picture. That is one thing that we have to learn as photographers. So, friends, here, Mr. Shiresh Karrale, who has got more than 30 years of experience, he passed out of Sir JJ School of Art, and fortunately, he got trained up with one of the most famous advertising and product and industrial photographer, Mr. Vilas Bende. In fact, in those days, Vilas Bende was considered as the father of industrial photography, and he had one of the topmost cameras, and every industries across India and abroad, they were looking for his service. And not only Mr. Vilas Bende, even Mr. Shiresh Karrale was trained for portraitures under another stalwart and famous celebrity portrait photographer, Mr. Gautam Rajajaksha. In fact, when we were young and when we were, I was studying in the college and maybe out of the college also, whenever you turn the pages of all the film magazines, Stardust or Celebrity or so many film fair and so many magazines, you can see 90% of the portrait was shot by Mr. Gautam Rajajaksha. And the way that he was using the lighting, the pose, the background, and the treatment for the portraiture is amazing. And many of the times we were wondering whether we can do or not. But of course, photography as an art, if you know the technique, I think you can do it 100%. And that is the example that Mr. Shiresh is doing. Whatever the kind of the lighting that he uses, most of the time he uses a single light photography. Mr. Shiresh uses single light for portraitures. And the plan behind each picture is amazing. It's quite interesting. As a photo artist, we have to learn that. And Mr. Shiresh was instrumental in bringing up the India's first photography magazine, the Asian Photography, in 1988. And later on, he also was instrumental in bringing up Better Photography. And those are the big launches during those days. And he is also a group editor and creative director for more than 23 special interest magazines. Apart from photography, all this interest is quite amazing, because as a human being, we have got very short life, and we have to put ourselves into different fields of our own interest and see that in all the fields we have to succeed. And Shiresh is one such example where, apart from photography, he also showed his interest in being editor and creative director in many of the special magazines. That's a wonderful thing. And not only that, he is also the founder and director of Symbiosis Photography College, Symbiosis School of Photography rather. And he, in this college also, he is doing a wonderful job for the upliftment of the art of photography. And most of the people, when they do some 10 or 15 workshops, their head will not be on the shoulders. But here is Mr. Shiresh is the person who has done more than 183 photography workshops, and still he is down to earth person. That is a wonderful character of Mr. Shiresh. And the lifetime achievement of every photo artist, what we feel is to get some kind of opportunity to shoot some celebrities. Because most of the time when we want to meet some film director or film actor or somebody, or even president or prime minister, it's very, very difficult. In fact, we cannot even dream of it. But Mr. Shiresh Karrale, he got opportunity to take personal portraiture of our president, Sri Ramnath Kovind ji. That was a wonderful opportunity for him. Not only that, through his artistic work, we could able to see our president's superb portraitures in different kinds of lighting. And personally, I also follow him in many of the Facebook and other social medias where I have seen him taking the latest kind of model and the old and replicating the old film stars like Madhubala or Nutan or Nargis, so many people, and the same dress and the same kind of lighting and pose he tries to match with the latest model. And in fact, Nutanji, though she is one of the most beautiful actresses of those era, she had a connection with Bangalore. So she was studying in Baldwin's school in Bangalore for a brief period. And those kind of most beautiful film stars he is replicating now. So friends, he is a multi-talented photographer and fantastic personality, and most importantly, a beautiful human being. So here for you, friends, I am presenting my good friend, Shiresh Karrale from Mumbai. Over to you, Mr. Shiresh.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
Thanks, Satish and Hardik. I know Satish from last 30 years. Okay, so my very beautiful photographers are there in Bangalore, like TNF Perumal. I love TNF Perumal's work. Okay, I like E. Hanumantrau's work. And, Sudhir Ramchandran, it's
yes,
very good
advertising photographer.
Advertising photographer. He's a very good friend of Vilas Bhende. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So nice, and I love Bangalore. Basically, I do lots of workshops in Bangalore also.
Okay.
So, today's session, so everybody's today's a lockdown, everything. So I thought, I made some very good presentation for YPS. It's a very simple presentation how I started my photography, and there is some very important parts of photography. Okay, so you have to collect, you have to remember that points. Okay, so you can do a good photography from my. So I'll show you some of my slides. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing. First, I'm sharing my little bit travel pictures. Okay, because everyone started photography through the travel. Okay, घर पे जाते हैं, बाहर shoot करते हैं, and then they develop the interest. Should I go for travel photography? Should I go for photojournalism? Should I go for advertising or something? Okay. So even I started my photography, I'm from JJ. Okay, so I started basically basic photography. So my friends are saying, "Yeah, you do nice people pictures. Yeah, you do shoots nice travel pictures. So you do when I'm going to sit in the canteen, I'm shooting some, food picture. Just tabletop. Okay, so I do nice tabletop also. Okay, then I decided I'll go for photography. So I decided कि कहाँ जाना है. Okay, so this is the very important part. If you want to learn anything, you have to work. जो इंडस्ट्री में one of the top first है उसके साथ ही आप काम करो. Okay, so I decided that. Okay, so if you're working with one of the best, you also give one of the best. Okay? So this is my funda. If I like to work with one of any field, so I choose one of the best people in. Okay, so Vilas is one of the best. Okay, so I decided I have to go with the Vilas. So Vilas Bhende. Okay, so I joined Vilas Bhende, and second is Vilas is master in tabletop and food and industry and everything. I'm very much interested in food. Okay, I am very much interested in shooting cars. I'm very much interested in shooting waters. Okay, and then second, I have to because my family is into the films and all. Okay, so I'm very much interested in the celebrity and all. So I'm very much interested in photography also for portrait. So who's the best in portrait? So Gautam Rajadhyaksha. So I decided I'll go and I'll assist Mr. Gautam Rajadhyaksha. Satish, assistant means what? You know, today's assistant means उनको लगता है कि 6 महीने काम किया तो हो गया. Okay. So when we are working with assistants, means 2 years, 3 years minimum.
How many years you were there with Gautam?
Gautam, I observed Gautam from last 88 say.
Okay.
Okay, and then till end 2012, Gautam and me, we are started Sebastian School of Photography.
Oh.
Okay, so 16 September, Gautam 2012, Gautam का देहांत हो गया. Okay, so I know Gautam is observing, उसके घर पे जाना, ये होना, उसका काम देखना. So we are doing very good. माने काफी अच्छा हम लोग काम कर रहे थे. So assistant is what, तो बच्चों को ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि assistant means not that कि वहाँ पे गए स्टूडियो पे खड़े रहे, फिर कैमरा लगा दिया, ट्राइपॉड लगा दिया, उनका सामान उठाया, ये उठाया. Not that. Okay, what is assistant means कि आपके जो सीनियर्स है वो कैसे काम करते हैं, how they interact with people, how they interact with client, how they create the concept, how they treat the product. Okay, what equipment they use, what is the उनका पूरा 360 degree उनके ऊपर observation करना है. Okay, so I learned, when I was in Vilas, so I learned this thing is a very lot, and how to talk to the people, कैसे people के साथ, आर्ट डायरेक्टर के साथ बात कैसे करता है, कंसेप्चुअलाइजेशन, डिजाइन, विजुअलाइजर के या एजेंसी के साथ कैसे डिस्कशंस होता है. दिस इज द वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इफ यू वर्किंग विद एन एजेंसी और समथिंग.
I think this is more than photography. This is most important.
This is the most important. Okay, not necessary कि यार मैं उसको असिस्ट कर रहा हूँ, उसको असिस्ट कर रहा हूँ. No, वो कैसे काम करना, उसको ऑब्जर्व करना, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड असिस्टेंट आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग असिस्टेंट इज कि मेरे मास्टर को क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट की जरूरत है, वो आप अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So when you shooting or something, so these are the things we are learning lots with Vilas and understanding, and it's a very important. विलास जब भी शूट करते थे ना, तो हम लोग कभी उनको पूछते नहीं कि ये शॉट कैसे शूट किया. It's a very insulting asking with the front of everyone. Okay? He said you just wait. After the client जाने के बाद I'll tell you कि ये हम लोगों ने कैसे किया.
Correct, correct.
सब लोग को आके बिठाते थे कि हाँ, what is your problem, what is your question, what is, so this light I use for this purpose, this lens I use for this purpose, and he perfect each and everything बताते थे. And this is a very very important. Okay, so आज तक हम लोगों को कभी भूले नहीं है. और मेरे को अगर कोई पूछता है कि ये शॉट आपने कैसे शूट किया, so I don't have any problem to explain this shot. Okay,
correct,
because
correct.
my guru ने हमें यही सिखाया है कि you have to explain everything.
Correct.
When you talking to people, you learning lots of things. I share my picture to everyone, every single person. I share my picture to children's also. Okay, in certain way they immediately said something, and this is the point for me. Yeah, this is my mistake. I have to correct the mistake. Okay, so I don't.
Nowadays, the present generation, they are scared to show their images to anybody. They keep it under their bed, and they never get their question answered.
That is a major problem actually. The young generation is a very smart generation. Okay, but they require a nice guidance. Okay, criticism लेना आना चाहिए. Okay, criticism is a very good practice. आपको criticism की practice होनी चाहिए. If you more criticize now, you have to think you are doing some good job.
Yes.
Okay, so criticism always welcome होना चाहिए, and you have to share your picture to everyone. Okay.
Correct.
आप जितना आप पिक्चर अपना शेयर करते हो, उतने आपके इम्प्रूवमेंट की जो क्वालिटी है वो बढ़ जाती है।
बिल्कुल
ऑलवेज यंग जनरेशन को मैं हमेशा यही बोलता हूँ कि ऑलवेज शेयर द पिक्चर्स, ओके, डोंट फील बैड कि उसने मेरा पिक्चर खराब बोला या कुछ गलत बोला है, फक इट, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट दिस इज योर पिक्चर,
यस
जस्ट हैप्पी विद योर पिक्चर्स एंड नो प्रॉब्लम यार, आपने खुद के लिए शूट किया ना पिक्चर, दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, ओके। सो क्रिटिसिज्म तो काफी होते हैं, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट क्रिटिसिज्म के लिए आप डरना मत, शेयर द पिक्चर्स, दैट इज द थिंग। So I also share lots of pictures with my friends, my colleagues, and everyone. I love to share my pictures, and definitely I'll share you lots of pictures here. And I made Satish and Hardik 115 page का मैंने आप लोगों के लिए एक presentation बनाया है. I hope people are enjoying, and I require more question about my work. Okay, so it's a very I can give a I love to give answers. Yeah. I'll show you some diagrams also. So I started my work. So should I?
Yes.
I'll bring up the presentation on the screen once it's there. And till then, to all our viewers, I really request you to switch to a bigger screen, laptop or a desktop or even TV. Just go to the YouTube, start watching, because this session is going to be a lot of learning. And be prepared to sit till end. If you want to take a small break, we'll do that in between. But let us not miss this, and do not forget to share this right now on your probably WhatsApp group or something. Call people. Let us come together.
How many participants are there?
We have 98 as of now. I can see
98. Okay, all welcome.
Yeah. So. And another thing, this is a kind of one-way communication, but we have chat open. So whatever questions you get, do put it up on the chat. Anything what you would like to know, I'll bring it up on the screen, and we can, get answers. So do not miss commenting.
I also would like to tell our viewers, friends, out of a lot of difficulties and a lot of talking to Mr. Shiresh Karrale, because of his very busy schedule, we have brought him here. And we must feel that we are really lucky to get such eminent photo artist with us. And each and every picture is a learning for us. And today, if you learn out of his 115 pictures, I am sure even if you replicate one picture, you will be a master. I am sure about that. So please don't even blink your eyes. Please watch his pictures and listen to him. That's what I request to you. And even after 43 years of existence in the field of photography, I am still learning, and I am sharing my pictures to all. As Mr. Shiresh has said, a fantastic golden word, that until and unless you don't share your pictures, your questions will not be answered, and you will be there only where you are. So if you want to improve your photography, you have to share and get the criticism. Criticism is very much important in one's life.
And Satish, this is my 30 years I'm into photography, okay?
Yes.
I'm just waiting for my good shot.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see. I'm also learning photography, okay?
Correct.
No problem. I'll go to my presentation. Hardik?
Yeah, sure. Once you're there, I'll bring it up on the screen. I'm keeping an eye on the thumbnail here. And also, we usually say that fasten your seat belts, but then this is like, guys, open up. Don't feel rigid. So let's start. Here, I'll bring it up on the screen, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So congratulations, everyone, and wish you all the best. I'm sharing some of my picture, travel picture, my tabletop picture, and my celebrity portrait pictures. Okay. I hope you are enjoying all these things. Okay. I'll start.
Yeah. Seriously, sorry to interrupt. I forgot to miss one small point to all our viewers. This session is also being streamed on Instagram now, so I'll try my best to get the questions from there also. From the Instagram, we already have one question here from Joe Sebastian. I'll try to bring it up. Uh, to get the best, I would again request to all the Instagram viewers, please come on the YouTube or Facebook. That will be much better. If not, I'll try my best to get the questions from there too. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
So this is my assistant. Sorry, this is my guru, Mr. Vilas Bhende and Gautam Rajadhaksha. Photography is my language. I speak through photography. Always, I love photography. This is my two magazine called Asian Photography and Better Photography. Asian Photography, 1985, and Better Photography, 1997. Thanks to Mr. Tilok Desai. Because of the Tilok Desai, we launched Asian Photography. And Mr. Hoshan Billy Moria, thanks to Hoshan Billy Moria. Because of the Hoshan Billy Moria, we launched a Better Photography magazine. This is the Symbiosis School of Photography. I was a founder director for Symbiosis School of Photography. This is the inauguration picture. I'm a president for PGI, Photographer Guild of India. I was. And this is my picture with my president, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. It's a very beautiful experience shooting with Rashtrapati. This is my film. I'm working on a heritage, and my films are inaugurating Mr. Rajnath Singh at Delhi. This is my workshop pictures. This is a very beautiful festival in Mumbai. It's a Karaguda Art Festival. Okay. So we are handling the photography and the films for Karaguda Art Festival. This is Asia's largest festival, Karaguda Art Festival.
I was fortunate to attend one of the Kalagoda festival. I was like, wow, ऐसा भी होता है. So I was like really amazed to see that whole environment.
It's a very beautiful festival. So last 10, 15 years I'm working with for Karaguda Art Festival.
Nice.
How many days it will be held, Kalagoda?
February first week.
For how many days?
These are 9 days.
Okay.
Why don't you visit for next year? You just visit the Karaguda Art Festival.
Yes.
And if you want to present some work in Karaguda Art Festival, you're welcome. No problem, you people.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to do some similar festival in Bangalore, we also welcome. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Let's work.
And this is our book is called Cheers. Okay, this is a Indian manufactured foreign liquor. Okay, so we won the best international award for designing. This is my book. I love to do food photography because of this is Mr. Ananda Solomon. Okay, so I become a very good food photographer because of Ananda Solomon. I started Mumbai School of Photography in Mumbai. This is my brand. I work for these much brands. Tanisha, I attend lots of workshops. Okay, David Zimmerman, Max Verducul, then Jay Mezel, then Joyce Tennyson. And this is it's a very great experience working with these international photographers, and I do lots of workshops. I completed more than 183 workshops all over the India. Okay. My awards, my exhibitions, my books. My books on I design books for Ladakh. This is my Kalaguda Art Festival. It's a food book. This is a jewelry book. Then Goa. then Mandu.
No.
Yeah. Now we'll start it. Okay. The photography is a global language, understand everywhere. Uh, the photography is a medium, communication. Yeah, the photography is a global language, understand everywhere. Okay, so this is a very beautiful and काफी जगह फोटोग्राफी लैंग्वेज यूज हो जाती है एंड फोटोग्राफी जो मीडियम है कम्युनिकेशन का इंफॉर्मेशन का सो एंड एंटरटेनमेंट सो ये काफी जगह यूज हो जाती है एंड इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लैंग्वेज ओके इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल लैंग्वेज एंड यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लैंग्वेज Satish, if you want to be a good photographer, I wanted to ask this question to everyone. Okay, if you want to be a good photographer, so when you walk, you have to think about the photography.
Yeah.
When you eat, you have to think about the photography. When you work, you have to think about the photography. And when you sleep, you have to think about the photography. Am I right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So if you want to be a good photographer, you always think about the photography, and photography. Okay. So पूरा दिमाग में फोटोग्राफी होना चाहिए. When I was starting my photography, okay, so I am always thinking about the photography करनी है. पूरा मेरे दिमाग में ही सिर्फ फोटोग्राफी ही था. Okay, it's a very important thing in photography is observation. Okay, you have to do a lots of observation because photography depends on your observation because observation creates your visuals. Okay, so observation in photography is very, very important. Okay, your head is your hard disk. Okay, and your eyes is your lenses. Okay, whatever you see, whatever you आप जो भी देखते हो, observe करते हो, you store in your mind first. Okay, I do lots of workshops, Satish. Now, so in my workshop, so many people are clicking my slides. वो कैमरा ट्राइपॉड पे लगा के they are shooting my slides, cut. I have a request मैं उनको करता था कि please don't shoot my slides, okay? आप जिस स्लाइड पे आप शूट कर रहे हो कैमरे पे या कार्ड पे वो करप्ट हो सकता है कभी भी. Okay, but if you watch my presentation properly, okay, जो आपके हार्ड डिस्क में जो दिमाग की हार्ड डिस्क है वहां पे प्रॉपर सेट हो जाएगा जो फोल्डर है वो. ओके, बट कैमरे का क्या होगा, आप जब भी देखोगे तभी उसको ओपन करना पड़ेगा. वो कभी करप्ट भी हो सकता है, लेकिन ये हार्ड डिस्क है जो दिमाग की वो एक ही बार करप्ट होती है. ओके, बिल्कुल. एंड व्हाटएवर यू हैव, जो आपने जो दिमाग में फोल्डर जो बनाए हैं, ओके, वेरी गो फॉर स्लीप, आप जब इस सोने पे जाते हो, ओके, तो यू हैव टू ओपन दैट फोल्डर्स. ओके, सो आज मैंने ये देखा, आज मैंने वो देखा, ये तो ऑलवेज यू हैव टू पूरा यहाँ पे आप उसको स्टोर करके रखो हार्ड डिस्क में आपके दिमाग में. Okay, वो कभी आपका डिलीट नहीं होगा. Whenever you want your that folders, you have to open and you have to read that images. Okay, so this is a very important thing. Okay, equipment definitely very important. Okay, I use 35 and medium format also camera. Okay. I use sometime advertising we required a bigger megapixel. Okay. I use lights, proper lights and everything. I'll explain you why I'm going to use this and why not. Okay. Hardik and Satish. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are so much involved and they are very possessive about the megapixel.
Correct.
कितना
50
मेगा
megapixel, 30 megapixel, this megapixel, that megapixel.
And also about noise.
Sorry?
And also about noise. They make a lot of noise about the noise.
Yeah. But so there is a competition in between the photographers. आपके पास 30 है, I'll go for 36. 30 I'll
Yeah.
go for 50 megapixel. So there is a competition between the photographers. This megapixel, that megapixel. Satish, and you work with agencies and all, okay? And doesn't make
Yeah.
megapixel very important.
Correct.
Okay, my things, the megapixel is for the enlargement. What your conceptualizations? Okay, so this is my request to every photographer: ki don't go to the megapixel. Okay. This is my shot. This is I shot for my a Better Photography magazine. Okay, and this is a shot with 8 megapixel camera. Okay, and this is the India's first digital camera. So don't stick to the megapixel. Okay, think something visualizations. Okay, so for example, improve your megapixel from your mind. आपका जो दिमाग का मेगापिक्सल है वो आप बढ़ा करो. Okay, please do not go to the deep into the technology. Okay, conceptualization के ऊपर आप काम करो. Thinking के ऊपर आप काम करो. Okay, the camera is an image. Camera is an image maker. Okay, but उसको हैंडल करने वाला तो आप ही लोग होते हैं. तो जो आपका जो दिमाग का जो मेगापिक्सल है उसको आप इम्प्रूव करना सीख लो. Yeah. Whenever you shoot, you first always conceptualization your picture in your mind. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
आप दिमाग में सोचते हैं कि मेरे को क्या पिक्चर शूट करना है. And the camera is an equipment. उसको मल्टीप्लाई करने के लिए, यूज करने के लिए. Camera is just a tool. But you are the most important उसको visualize and conceptualize करने के लिए. Okay. So whatever you think, you have to visualize your picture in your mind, and the second thing is the camera. Okay. Always say the man behind the camera is most important. Am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
I have got a question for you here, Mr. Shiresh.
Yeah.
See, you also started during the film era, like all of us. So when we were using film cameras, we have to be very precise about the exposure. It should be 100%. It is not even 95% or 105%. Either it will be underexposed or overexposed. So it has to be 100%, particularly for color slides that we were shooting.
Yeah.
So even the composition, and there was no chance of looking at the picture, nothing. We had to wait for 2 months to look at our negatives or color slides after processing.
Yeah.
So during that time, we used to say that the man behind the camera was important because of that, maybe one of the reasons. Now, because of the technology in digital cameras, how good that notion goes even today, man behind. Don't you think the camera makes the picture, or still do you think that the man behind the camera is important?
So you mean to talking about the digital camera and analog camera?
No, the notion about the man behind the camera is important. That was there when film era, during the film era. So do you think the same thing is suits even today, in spite of getting the digital cameras, which gives the perfect exposure and compression?
Definitely, because we are an image maker. We are an image maker. Whatever you shot, okay, this is a thought process is the same. Just equipment is a change. Lights are same, your visualization same, your conceptualization, just a tool is a change. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we are a creator, we are a directors, we are a visualizers. Okay. The camera is just a tool. Okay. So
Now,
मेरे ख्याल से
why I asked you this question was because most of the people, they simply shoot just to get the image. They say मेरा पास Adobe Photoshop ही है ना, बाद में करेगा करके. So
No.
they don't depend on the proper exposure or composition or anything. They create pictures in the computer, not in the camera.
No, that is these people are the beginner, or they are starting photography. But when you're shooting with a commercial and very professional pictures of photographers, we do a proper light and everything. Okay.
Yes.
And the same, when you working with advertising agency, they are the very professionals.
Yes.
Okay. So doesn't make if you're shooting some product, okay, तो props कहाँ पे होगा? बाद में prop नहीं डालेंगे, यहाँ पे होना चाहिए shots everything, okay. So मेरे ख्याल से जो ऐसे बोलते कि सिस्टम पे डाल देंगे, वो उस पे डाल देंगे, they are the not a photographer, they are the image maker, जो कंप्यूटर पे काम करते हैं. Okay. So many people are there, India, जो actually कैमरा पे ऊपर भी काम करते हैं. सो जस्ट सतीश, मेरे ख्याल से जस्ट टूल ही चेंज हो गया है. एंड टूल इसलिए चेंज हो गया बिकॉज ऑफ डिजिटल आल्सो वेरी नाइस, थोड़ा सा अच्छा भी है बिकॉज ऑफ व्हेन वी शूटिंग इन फिल्म्स, ओके, तो वी हैव अ टेंशन कि कैसे आएगा क्या नहीं आएगा, ओके. बट व्हेन यू शूटिंग विद द डिजिटल, सो यू गेट द इमीडिएटली corrections. We can do a correction, lighting corrections. Okay. So here also the photographer involved ना, कि यहाँ पे light कम है तो वहाँ पे डाल दो, so the photographer always a director. Okay. So यहाँ पे light कम है, वहाँ पे चाहिए, वहाँ पे props add करने, ये करने, something. So definitely photographer is always a very important part, and he is a very important person behind the camera. So I thought,
Shiresh sir, if I may, I want to put this into little different perspective, that the person is important behind the camera, because coming to digital and the internet, it has so become that सबके पास camera है, सबके पास internet है, the images are in trillions now. That means how do you make sure that you are separate or you are different from the crowd? It's more challenging now. पहले कैमरा होते थे, लोगों के पास फिल्म कैमरास, it was very less number, so the whatever you output would be good only. But now the competition is so tough, you can see an image on Pinterest and copy that, but then how do you stand out of crowd? So if you do not work out here up, then whatever tool I guess we have will make no sense. So it's more tougher, I guess, to get that different and unique and creative.
Yeah, but if you say कि everyone is using the digital camera, okay, if anybody wants to be a good photographer, we have to do something new, something great. Okay, so तो मेरे ख्याल से काफी बच्चे के अभी the families are 1 lakh means nothing for everyone, okay. So बच्चा बोलता है कि मेरे को कैमरा चाहिए, तो फैमिली लाके देते हैं उसको कैमरा, ओके. दे शूट 50 पिक्चर्स, ओके, एंड 50 पिक्चर में कोने में जाके डिलीट करते हैं, एंड देन वन पिक्चर उनको एक अच्छा मिलता है, देन दे पुट इट ऑन अ फेसबुक एंड इंस्टाग्राम और समथिंग, दे गेम 1000 of like, fantastic, superb, this is okay, they are that type of photographer, okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we don't go for that, okay. So family बोलते हैं अरे क्या फैंटास्टिक फोटोग्राफर है, तो थोड़ा सा चढ़ जाते हैं वो लोग, अरे क्या मैं फोटोग्राफर बन गया.
Since you are from Mumbai and you are into the film field, I think you might have heard this joke, and now it has become a joke. Actually, the dialogue is from the Diwar film. So Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor like, मेरा पास डिजिटल कैमरा सेट, अच्छा ट्राइपॉड है, मेरा पास 400 mm लेंसेज है, 2.8 लेंस है, तुम्हारा पास क्या है? तो इसे मेरा पास Adobe Photoshop है. So that is a trend now.
Yeah. So दिस बच्चे माने आते हैं और जाते भी है ये लोग, ओके। सो दे आर द कंप्यूटर पे काम करने वाले थे जो हमारे यहाँ सिस्टम वर्कर बोलते
Yeah.
हैं। They
Mm-hmm.
create pictures on a system, okay,
Mm.
and we always work with camera, okay.
Mm.
So ठीक है, no problem. This
Yeah.
uh, my pictures and my shoots, okay, I keep shoot simple and creative में रखता हूँ, okay, and whenever I work, okay, complicated में नहीं रखता हूँ because I do lots of background work, background research. You know, whenever you shoot pictures, yeah, you're thinking about some photography. Research is always very important. Searching, research, okay. You know, बच्चे लोग क्या करते हैं आजकल? अरे फूड करना है, let's चलो आज फूड करते हैं. पोर्ट्रेट करना है, चलो आज पोर्ट्रेट करते हैं. You know, उसके ऊपर पोर्ट्रेट अगर आप कर रहे हैं या फूड कर रहे हैं तो उसके लिए क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, कैसे करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए, what type of lighting you want to do, what type of color scheme, what type of texture, you know, these are the very, very important. Whatever and whenever you wanted to shoot, research and आपका स्टडी काफी होना चाहिए हर एक चीज के ऊपर. ऐसा नहीं कि चलो करें फोटोग्राफी. फोटोग्राफी इज अ आर्ट, ओके. मेरे को किसी ने एक ने बताया था, अरे मेरा बच्चा अगर कुछ नहीं होगा ना तो मैं इसको फोटोग्राफर बनाऊंगा. नो प्लीज डोंट से लाइक दैट, ओके. फोटोग्राफी करने के लिए दिमाग की जरूरत लगती है, दिमाग चलना लगता है, दिमाग होना चाहिए, creativity होनी चाहिए, okay. So you don't think photography is very simple. Photography is an art, okay, and we are an image maker. So please don't say कि मेरा बच्चा कुछ नहीं होता है तो हम लोग उसको फोटोग्राफर बनाएंगे. No, not that. Okay? So whenever you go for travel, I'll start it from the travel. If you go for the travel, scribble is very, very important. Whenever we do analog photography or digital आप जब भी करते हो ना तो scribble is a very, very important part of the photography. Planning a shoot is very important. Am I right, Satish?
Yeah, correct, very much.
The planning, this is called thumb scribble. We do the scribbles. Every commercial, every professional photographer do this first scribble and then go for the shoot. Okay. So make sketches, scribbles, and plan your shoot. Okay. Surround the location, recce the location. You know, Satish, I do a very good practice still also. You know.
Okay.
I have, you know, something like this.
Okay. Frame.
You know, this is the art college's.
Okay.
Yeah. So I use this frame for my composing the pictures.
Oh. Okay.
So before I'm camera निकालने से पहले मैं frame से देखता हूँ. Should I go for tele lens or wide angle lens? Should I go for vertical or horizontal? Okay. So this is a very big and very good practice for this frame. Okay. ये फ्रेम आपको कहीं भी मिल सकता है. You know, जो फ्रेम करता है, फोटो फ्रेम करता है, उसके पास ये फ्रेम अवेलेबल होती है. So in this frame I compose and I create my image first and then I remove my camera. Okay. So this is a very important practice. Observation. As I told you कि ऑब्जर्वेशन करके जो थिंकिंग जो है अराउंड का वो उसको पहले आप कैच कर लो. चेक योर फ्रेम्स, आप कैसे फ्रेमिंग है आपका क्या है. ओके. एंड दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन यू डू द ऑब्जर्वेशन. ओके. बिकॉज दीज आर द थिंग्स जो मैं आपको अभी बताता रहा हूँ ना. इफ यू वांट टू बी अ गुड प्रोफेशनल फोटोग्राफर एंड यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ गुड इमेजेस, इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है ये. Texture, background, shapes, colors and patterns. Okay. Texture, if you have a bad lighting, your texture can't see. Okay. So lighting अगर आपका proper हो, you can see the good texture. अगर background आपका अगर अच्छा हो तो your picture look very beautiful. अगर आपका फ्रेमिंग शेप्स अगर अच्छा है तो कंपोजिशन आपका अच्छा हो जाएगा. कलर्स एंड पैटर्न्स आपकी कॉम्बिनेशन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है. एंड दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ फोटोग्राफी एंड यू कैन यूटिलाइज दिस पार्ट जो आपकी जो मैं आपको बोला टेक्सचर बैकग्राउंड शेप कलर्स एंड पैटर्न्स यू नो दिस थिंग्स आप मिला के you have to create and you visualize your picture. This is the very important texture, background, shape, colors, and all. Okay, I do lots of observations. Still, I do a lots of observation. Because of whatever I do observation, I fit it in my mind. Okay, and कभी भी क्लिक होता है कि अरे ये कंसेप्ट के लिए वो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे देखा था 2 साल पहले हम लोग वहाँ पे गए थे. That location is very beautiful. That shot. Okay, so वो ऑब्जर्वेशन मेरे जो दिमाग में हो इमीडिएटली बाहर जाता है. तो टेक्सचर कौन सा ले लो, बैकग्राउंड कौन सा है, फैशन करना है तो कहाँ पे हम लोग बैकग्राउंड अच्छा दिखाता, ठीक है, शेप्स वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे दिखते, कलर पैटर्न्स वगैरह ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. और ये आजकल के बच्चे ये बहुत कम करते हैं, ऑब्जर्वेशन. इफ यू आर गुड ऑब्जर्वर, ओके, सो यू कैन क्रिएट योर वंडरफुल पिक्चर्स. या
very much true.
I have a question, if you don't mind. Can I ask now?
Yeah, of course.
Sir, when you say backdrop, look of the picture, can I say that that will define the mood of the whole picture? Like I'm talking in terms of food, because the moment I heard backdrop, that's what came to my mind. So imagine if you use a rusty, that will set a different mood, or if you use a colorful, bright, that will set a different mood. Does the backdrop directly tend towards the mood of the picture, the overall feel?
The combination of background and your subject have to be a fantastic combination. Okay. I have a picture. I'll show you the picture also. That I utilize a background very nicely in that picture. Okay. Background is very very important and the subject also very very important. इन दोनों का जब भी combination आता है तो ये picture looks beautiful, a good picture. Okay, I'll show you some pictures. Okay, so you understand.
Yeah.
Actually, you will get the punch in the picture because of the background, I think.
Yeah, the background also very important.
Absolutely.
If you're shooting some fashion picture, okay, and there is no background, what is the use of that? Okay, if you're shooting wonderful model, behind उसका Paris का Eiffel Tower होगा, absolutely उसका value बढ़ जाएगा ना. Okay, so background is very very important. Okay, with your element, but your model or something. Okay, and you have to be very quick. You are a photographer. You have to be very quick. This is I'm going to some meeting के लिए जा रहा था, and it's the 15th January or something. These people come to the window and they're selling the flag. Okay, so this is the time I have to shoot this picture. I can't tell. मैं उनको बोल नहीं सकता कि can you hold for 2 minutes? I have to remove my camera and I have to click the picture. Okay, so you have to be very fast. Okay, you have to be very visualize. Okay, when I saw these people, I visualized the picture. मैंने पहले mind में shoot किया and then second is my camera. So you have to be very fast. Okay, and visualization and your clicking have to be very fast होना चाहिए. Okay, so I'll go for the next picture. This is I just wait for this picture for 3 years. I conceptualized.
He's literally standing.
Yeah.
He's literally standing on the people.
Yeah, I wait this picture for 3 years, Satish, because I visualize my picture in my mind. I have to shoot similar type of picture, okay? Because of the it's called Dhikala Gokulashtami, okay? So we call Gokinda. And it's a Bombay, it's a Govinda, it's a very crowded, okay? So first year I saw this situation, okay, कि ऐसा होता है, then rain dance होता है. So that year I couldn't shoot because of the heavy traffic and heavy crowd and okay. So next year I said I'll go next year and I will shoot. But next year is a swine flu. There's no crowd, okay? ठीक है. I decided I'll go the next year. Okay. The third year, last night मैं लोकेशन पे गया. I just रेकी किया कि सन का पोजीशन क्या होगा, ये कौन से टाइम पे कौन से वक्त पे कैसा लाइट आएगा, and everything I research, and then I have to shoot this shot on 5:30 evening. 5:30 को मेरे को ये shot shoot करना है because the sun position is the 35 of 45 to 30 degree के बीच में आना था उसका light source. Okay.
Yes.
So I have to go to the location at morning 8 o'clock because I have to मेरे को जगह जो चाहिए थी वो मेरे को लोकेशन मेरे को पकड़ना था because of the crowded you can't go, माने वो sit on that location. Okay, so I wait. 8 o'clock गया, मैं wait किया वहाँ पे, equipment is my ready. Okay, I'm just waiting for.
In this kind of situation where a lot of crowd is there, and also a lot of traffic is there or something like that, you don't get space to stand and all. Do you take only one single camera, or do you take the whole kit? Is it possible to change your cameras, lenses, or anything?
No. That's why I'm Satish. I'm telling you, I have do still I do a research and homework. Okay, my batteries are full loaded. My extra batteries are there. My extra cards are there, and I know कि I'll shoot this 70-100 के ऊपर मेरा ये picture आ सकता है. Okay, because of the crowd, I never carried a heavy equipments with me. Okay,
Correct.
A single camera, and I have to be a very comfortable zone. That is very, very important when you shoot. Okay. So.
And I feel in whatever the lens you carry, according to your thinking, like you said, I went in the previous day and just saw the situation. Did a recce and come. Whatever the lens you carry, whether it is 24-120 or 70-300, you should make picture and come back. You should never think of changing the lenses, think of other angles and all. Whatever you get, you have to do the fantastic picture and get it.
Because you have to study, because we do the advertising work. Okay, so in advertising there is no 19-20 का फर्क, 100%. Okay, so then I sit and I'm just waiting for 5:30, and then fire brigade wala they're throwing the water. Okay, and starting jallosh and all. Okay, so there are people are rain dance करने के लिए चढ़ गए, and then starting the movements and all. This is my first movement.
The hand movements are so beautiful, so rhythmic.
Wow. This is the second.
This is super.
So this is the third. So so whatever I visualize in my mind, okay, so उसको 3 साल लगे create करने के लिए. But this is, I like this picture. अच्छा लगा मेरे को. So homework is very, very important. Okay. You can see this is the background. Okay. Just having the picture. Okay. This is the shot at Mathura. This is the Yama's temple. This is a Yama's temple.
Oh.
हाँ, every year में एक ही बार खुल जाता है वो temple.
Oh.
You can see this is the now you can see another picture coming.
Quite colorful.
Many of our members will be having a very common doubt. When do you convert your pictures to black and white?
Sorry?
When do you convert your color pictures to black and white?
I do a black and white picture, convert. I didn't get you, I'm sorry.
No, usually a lot of members have a very common doubt that when you have to convert the picture into black and white, make it black and white image, not color. I mean, for example, you have taken this picture in color. How do you think that it will be good in color or in black and white? What is your... how do you decide on that?
I decide, I can check the light and shadow. Okay. If I say this is a beautiful light and beautiful shadow, shadow is a very, very important part of photography. Okay. So if there is a very good, nice shadow or something, the color tone of the picture is good. Okay, then I decided I'll go for this black and white picture. Okay. Yeah. Hardik, you can see this picture if you have a doubt, no? Color background.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the upper background, okay. This is I shot in Pushkar Mela. Okay, I just wait for half an hour for this picture, okay, because I like the background and background and that वो जो थैला लगाया था ना उसका distance कुछ एक 3-4-5 feet था because of the and that वो shadow के नीचे बैठी है because of she was dark, okay, and background पे light पड़ा है and front पे जो vegetable है उसके ऊपर थोड़ा light पड़ा है. Okay.
Beautiful.
So I'm just waiting for she's doing movement कर रही थी वो लड़की. Okay. I have to movement for profile. उसके profile के लिए मैं wait कर रहा था. और जैसे ही उसने profile किया, I click that picture. Okay. If अगर profile अगर नहीं आता था, it's a very difficult picture for me. Okay. You can see the two faces are there. One is the back and this is the lady का face.
Back and yeah. So very strong image. Yeah. I can see the face on the left hand side.
Left and right, उसका वो चेहरे का प्रोफाइल है और उसका बैक का भी प्रोफाइल है. So थोड़ा दो.
Actually, from the right hand side we can see the female face, and the back of her we can see the male face.
Male face.
In the shadow.
shadow. Yeah. See, if I shoot अगर उसका मेरे को प्रोफाइल अगर नहीं मिलता तो पिक्चर उतना पावरफुल नहीं बन जाता. Yeah. This is the very basic picture shot in Jaipur.
Airavat.
Okay. So why I am showing this picture? Because of you have to visualize your power. If you want to be a good photographer, you have to visualize. You have to think something. आप frame के out of frame आप सोच सकते हो. And these things, if you want to be a good advertising photographer, this visualization you can convert when you're shooting advertising pictures.
Correct.
Can I, connect this with the Fevicol thing? Because, it talks about that strongness of that cycle, I don't know, probably it might be Atlas or something. Okay,
so this is the starting visualization. Yeah. So you have to, what I'm telling you, you have to observe. You have to, आप देखना सीखो. पिक्चर को आप देखना सीखो. आप जितना देखोगे उतना आपकी विजुअलाइजेशन पावर बढ़ेगी. एंड व्हेन आपकी जब विजुअलाइजेशन पावर बढ़ती है तो आपकी विजुअलाइजेशन पावर आपके ग्रेट पिक्चर्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. तो आप थिंकिंग करना शुरू कर देते हैं. सी दिस पिक्चर, सी द बैकग्राउंड, शी इज अ मीरा, शी इज थिंकिंग अबाउट मेडिटेशन एंड बैकग्राउंड इज डूइंग द नाइस डांस एंड एवरीथिंग.
It's like, she is silent, but then the thoughts in her head, it might be like the people dancing.
Yeah. So this is the picture at, I like this light and shadow picture.
This in Mumbai?
No, this is in Jaipur. This is in Jaipur. Okay. Now you can see this picture.
Yep.
You can see the face.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Because I visualize something. Because my observation is there. I'm just looking something different. Okay. So I get this picture. Does it look like a face? But this is just a pillar. But the shadow ने कितना उसको create किया है. Shadow also very important part of your photography. Now you can see this picture.
There's bright and then there's dark.
Yeah. This I'm working with some concept, save heritage. The heritage, they spoil the heritage. The young people going and then writing something on monuments and all this spoil the monument. Okay. So we are working on a save heritage movement. So this. Next picture is coming. So
There's a
whatever.
very different POV point of
Yeah,
view
yeah.
is entirely
Yeah.
different.
जो हार्दिक जो मैंने पहले जो पिक्चर्स मैंने दिखाए थे वो मेरा विजुअलाइजेशन था, वो मैंने चालू
Okay.
किया था, एंड देन माय विजुअलाइजेशन कम इनटू द कमर्शियल पिक्चर्स.
You applied it. You.
Yeah, I make my own backgrounds.
Oh wow.
I make my own backgrounds. Okay, so whichever according to theme, according to concept, I use my own background, and everyone can use own background. It's a very easy to work. Okay, according to your conceptualizations. Okay, I use my own backgrounds. I create my own backgrounds. More than 80% picture I always shoot with single light. Okay, because of we have only one sun. Yeah, we don't have a 3-4 suns. Okay, so with one sun you can do anything. Am I right? Perfect, na Satish?
Perfect.
Okay, so I don't require a 4-5. When I started my photography, that time I'm very beginner. Okay, तो एजेंसी को खुश करने के लिए 5-6 लाइट 6-7 लाइट लगा लो, म्यूजिक लगा लो, डांस करो. Okay, when I establish, okay, then I said कि there is only one sun is there in the earth. Okay, and with light, one sunlight, reflection, cutters, okay, सब पूरा अर्थ को पूरा लाइट अप करता है. So do you think you require so many lights? I said no. So I can work with one light and I can use lots of reflectors, cutters, skimmers, any reflected object.
Okay.
So not necessary you have to be a very good lights होनी चाहिए, ये होनी चाहिए. But उसको कैसे utilize करना आना चाहिए आपको बहुत important. So many people are very much interested कि मेरे पास ये नहीं है, मेरे पास वो नहीं है, मेरे पास वो लेंस नहीं है, मेरे पास ये लाइट नहीं है. Okay, don't do that. Okay, no problem. You have to use your brain. अगर ये नहीं तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? मेरे पास लाइट नहीं है तो मैं उस लाइट की जैसा इफेक्ट कैसे ला सकता हूँ? Can I use a daylight? In daylight harsh है तो उसको मैं कैसे सॉफ्ट करूँ एंड स्टूडियो इफेक्ट करूँ? ये आपको आना चाहिए. उसके लिए आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन काफी इंपॉर्टेंस होता है. हर एक चीज को देखते हुए आप उसको फोटोग्राफी से रिलेटेड कर लो. Then it's a very good actually. Okay, so I use only one light and maximum cutters and everything. Okay, I use the reflector, cutters, mirrors and add the so अच्छा light create करने के लिए.
I guess using one light makes it really simple, Like that's, I guess when you mentioned it should be simple but creative. So you have only one light to think, so you don't need to maintain like 2, 3, 4. No need to dance.
तो बच्चे आजकल के क्या होता है ना कि हमारे आजकल के लिए कि they are very much stick into the equipments. मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास ये होना चाहिए, मेरे पास वो होना चाहिए. With a small camera you can do wonder shots. No problem. Not necessary आपको 50 मेगापिक्सल का शॉट होना है, कैमरा होना चाहिए, या आपको 14 मेगापिक्सल का कैमरा होना चाहिए. As I told you कि यहाँ का जो दिमाग का जो मेगापिक्सलाइजेशन है वो आपको बढ़ाना चाहिए. कंसेप्शलाइजेशन का मेगापिक्सल आपको बढ़ाना चाहिए. You have to think about the great shot. The camera is just a tool. So this tool, how to उसको utilize करना है, उसको how to handle करना, that is very very important. गाड़ी चलाना है, मर्सिडीज चलाना है या 800 चलाना है, वो आपको आना चाहिए कैसे उसको चलाना है. Okay.
बिल्कुल.
Okay. How to visualize your concept. Okay. मैं मेरे visuals में concept कैसे create करता हूँ. Okay. Everybody knows, and in advertising there are the 3 categories. Okay. High class, low class and middle class. Yeah. Am I right, Satish?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So according to that, you have to visualize your concept.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the very important. When you're shooting anything, you have to visualize these things. Whatever, if you're shooting travel, if you're shooting journalism, if you're shooting anything, these are the very important factors we have to understand. You're shooting for what purpose, and what is the purpose of shooting? Okay, high class, low class, and middle class. According to that, we create the concept. Okay, so my concept is starting like this. Okay, so for example, this is the BD. Okay, so BD कौन पीता है? The BD
low class people.
Lower classes. Okay, so my category and my models are like this. Okay, then who smokes cigarettes? Middle class, office boys. Okay, so when I'm shooting something, so my categories, this type of people. Okay, cigar,
high class people.
High class. Okay, so according to that, you have to visualize your concept and visualize your picture concepts. Okay, so these are the three: high class, low class, and middle class. Okay, so for example, 501 साबुन is a very basic soap. Okay, तो इसका मेरा visualization क्या होगा? Wonderful river है, उस river के ऊपर nice landscapes है, and then one girl or woman, she is उसके cloth wash कर रही है, that shot वहाँ से open होगा, ये होगा, and background पे अच्छा है, something my visual is like that. But उसकी जगह अगर surf excel है, so my thought process is something different. Are we perfect?
Correct.
Okay. So my thought process is totally different. My visuals are going to change immediately. Okay. The thought process, thinking process, and observation process is very, very important if you want to be a good photographer, and your image have to be very good. Okay. So I'll show you. There is one company, they want you to shoot a cigar. Okay. So Hardik and Satish, as I always told you, I do lots of research.
Okay.
And in advertising, there is a scribbles also there. We do lots of scribbles for shooting scribbles, layout scribbles. This is the practice. Still, I'm doing the scribbles and everything. Okay.
This actually came to you because of your art school, right? JJ School of Art you studied.
Yeah.
Because of that, it became an advantage point for you.
Yeah, advantage, but not necessary कि आपको art college में जाना है या नहीं जाना है. But
no, you want to draw perfectly well.
No,
just
not
to get
necessary.
Visualization.
Not necessary, Satish. Not necessary. You have to draw perfect line. अगर आदमी का अगर sketch करना है, not necessary उसका proper feature आना चाहिए. Make some round, goal round. Okay.
Yeah.
Stick करो उसको, body करना है, stick करो. Not necessary कि आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि what is this.
Correct.
Not necessary कि 100% perfect होना चाहिए. Okay. So these are the cigar. So I work with the conceptualization. Okay. So cigar comes into the which category? Which category comes into the high class? Okay. Cigar means warm. Okay. So what type of lighting I required? I required a warm lighting because of the categories of lighting is a warm. If I'm shooting a ice cream, my category is different. Okay. But texture, cigar means texture. So what type of lighting I'm going to use? Okay. What type of reflectors? What type of my light degree? Also very, very important. Light degree. As I told you, if you want a good texture, your light position also very, very important. Okay. लोग क्या कहते हैं कि अरे मेरा लेंस मेरे को sharpness नहीं दे रहा है. Okay. They always say कि अरे मेरा proper sharp नहीं दे रहा है picture. But can you check your lighting position? Is a perfect है क्या? Wrong lighting, wrong picture, and wrong image. Okay. तो उसमें sharpness नहीं आता है. Okay. So light also creates lots of characters. So character in the sense कि मेरे को यहाँ पे कौन से कलर का कैरेक्टर माने करना है. Okay. So I started scribbling. कैसे मैं स्क्रिबल करूँ, क्या स्क्रिबल करूँ उसको, तो I make 4-5 scribbles कि मेरे को यहाँ पे सिगार होगा. Then and then client से कि please don't use a human. Okay. कोई आदमी नहीं चाहिए जो my concept is एक wonderful guy nice mustache, having the cigar in hand, one scotch glass background पे हाथ पे
I think this will be suitable for Hardik.
yeah.
For his face and mustache, cigar will be looking nice.
And background should be library, warm lighting, उसके chair के बाजू में एक lamp होगा, I visualize that, but client said no, we don't want that, we want just tabletop. Okay, so ठीक है, tabletop करना है तो so
Actually, in advertising agency, the art director will also be there. But how far the photographers' contribution like this helps the art director?
It's a very help, because I was also the art director. Okay, so so we discuss the concepts. Okay, कि ऐसे करेंगे तो क्या होगा, वैसे करेंगे तो क्या होगा. Interact करना बहुत ही important होता है.
Yes, very much, very much.
Interaction is very important. ये करेंगे क्या, वो करेंगे क्या, ऐसे करेंगे तो client को भी अच्छा लगता है कि this person is involving the
correct
shoot. Okay, so I scribble is okay. So client also very happy and our director also happy. Yes, ऐसे करेंगे. These are lots of freedoms if I'm shooting something. Okay, because final image maker मैं हूँ, मुझे मालूम है कि मेरे को क्या करना है, क्या.
Yes.
And then art directors, okay, no problem, ये props हम लोग यहाँ पे करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. Shot कौन सा लेना है, top लेना है 45 degree. I said go for the top shot. Okay, lighting is a 45 degree light, side lighting. Okay, so I made a scribbles like this. Okay, this is my second scribble, is a little bit clear thought. Okay, Hardik, again I'm coming to the observation. When you sit for when you आप morning को breakfast पे अगर आप टेबल पे बैठते हो, okay, everyone sit टेबल पे हम लोग ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए बैठते हो, तो विंडो से ही सनलाइट आ जाता है बराबर टेबल के ऊपर, और आपके हाथ में एक कांच का ग्लास होता है, वो आप इसके साथ प्ले करते हो, लाइट के साथ, सनलाइट के साथ प्ले करते हो ना, तो उसमें से रेज बाहर निकलती है और यू एंजॉय दैट रेज.
करेक्ट,
राइट. ओके,
या
सो वो विजुअलाइज, वो ऑब्जर्वेशन मेरे को यहाँ पे मैंने काम किया. आई यूज अ वाटर बॉटल एंड आई यूज अ स्नूट. वाटर बॉटल के पीछे मैंने स्नूट रखा है और वाटर बॉटल के इधर हाफ मैंने पानी भरा है, और वाटर बॉटल के आगे मैंने एक जिलेटिन पेपर लगाया है जो वार्म कलर का है. एंड यू कैन सी माय सॉफ्ट बॉक्स, उसमें से मैंने आई यूज अ 30% लाइट of that soft box, and जो बाकी का है वो मैंने कटर लगा दिया है. And then I use the thermocol, bearer, cutters and all. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. Okay, see this. This is my final diagram. Okay, you can see. Still I use the same method for if I'm shooting anything. Okay, so your thought is very clear. Okay, you can see my soft box. सॉफ्ट बॉक्स के लिए मैंने कटर लगाया है ब्लैक कलर का, उसमें एक थोड़ा सा जेलेटिन पेपर मैंने लगाया है. फ्रंट ऑफ दैट सॉफ्ट बॉक्स आई यूज अ कटर. यू कैन सी द रिफ्लेक्टर्स, कटर्स एंड द मिरर्स. यू कैन सी द बॉटल. थ्रू द बॉटल आई पास द लाइट. ओके, एंड यू कैन सी एक्चुअल माय सेटअप. दिस इज माय सेटअप. You can see the setup.
This is your camera point, right? From the top, you have placed the camera on the top.
Yeah, this is my top camera. Okay, so this is my lighting. I use a 100-year-old Tennyson book on a cigar के नीचे मैंने रखा है. सिगार में जो यूज होते हैं एलिमेंट्स वो मैंने बाजू में स्प्रेड किए हैं. सिनार लीव्स, ड्राई सिगार मैंने यहाँ पे यूज किया है. एंड थोड़ा सा टेनिसन का थोड़ा सा नाम आना चाहिए. एंड जो बॉटल के ऊपर जो से निकला हुआ जो रेज है ना, वो मेरे ब्रांड के ऊपर गया है. यू कैन सी दैट.
Beautiful, and it has given a very warm color also.
Because my
very warm color.
Yeah, because cigar goes to the warm category.
Warm.
Okay, so I have to give the treatment also like that. Okay. So वैसे ट्रीटमेंट आने के लिए your observation is very important होता है.
Correct.
And I can show you my final picture. Okay.
Sir,
This is my final picture.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I use lots of. You can see that I use a lots of cutter, reflector, mirror, ये वो काफी करके उसको टॉप शॉट मैंने उसको शूट किया। हार्दिक कैसा लगा?
बढ़िया सर। व्हाट आई लाइक अबाउट इज जो आपका वो पेपर और व्हाट यू मेंशन दैट जो पाउडर करके पीछे डाला, इवन दैट इज गेटिंग सो lit and the texture of it, it's really wonderful. And I
You
So
remember
feel
matchstick.
actually it is giving a feel of smoking cigar.
yeah.
You must.
But इसके पीछे सतीश thought process is also very important.
Yeah, very much. Because you see
बच्चे
the position of that cigar, the case, the book that you have used, the old book, and a little bit of tobacco spread all over,
Yeah.
and the warm tone that is coming through the bottle light. Beautiful setup.
Yeah. This is the thought process call, and this is the ये मैंने
Yeah.
देखा जब भी मैंने ऑब्जर्वेशन मैंने मेरे जो पिछला ऑब्जर्वेशन मेरे को यही पे काम आ गया ना।
Correct.
So observation is very very important.
Yeah.
I'll go to the next slide.
Yeah. So
Yes.
just one question with respect to the previous setup. Can you go to
Yeah.
the diagram, the colored one before this? One more. In this, you have blocked the right measure softbox, है ना? You have used two black cloths to cut the light and one green color. So you wanted to spill a little bit. That's the reason you kept not pure black and that greenish or that.
No, greenish is not greenish. यहाँ पे greenish दिख रहा है, but this is the warm tone है, originality नहीं.
Only the color to represent that. That's all. But whatever
No,
you
that
have.
is see, in that open space, हल्का सा I given a gelatin paper, brown, warm color का gelatin paper. So
Because
उसमें से warm light भी pass हो and then white light भी pass हो, तो उसका combination आ जाए उसका. इसके लिए मैंने थोड़ा सा खुला रखा है. And you can see a certain.
You didn't use
Sorry?
complete gelatin paper to make it complete warm because you wanted a little bit of mix of both to get that kind of proper warm.
Yes. I have to mix up both the light. Okay. अगर warm अगर मैं करता ना तो उसका पूरा yellow हो जाता था.
Wanted to
Okay,
balance.
so I don't want that. Okay, I want little bit white tone also. उसका mixing करके is called mixing light.
Okay.
When you do industrial pictures, so you do the daylight and flashlight. You do the mixing light. Okay. So यहाँ पे मैंने yellow and white light का mixing करके, you can see this my final picture. Okay, जो final picture में जो yellow है और bright yellow हो जाता था.
Correct.
So I
It
don't
would be
want
more warm.
Yeah.
It would be more warm.
Yeah, more warm हो जाता था. तो उसका वो toning भी बहुत important होता है.
Right.
I'll go for the next slide.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. This is the diagram. Now I'll show you the first diagrams. Okay. This I have a watch called Tag. The Tag is a brand. Okay. And they have a gunmetal watch. Okay. And very expensive watch. It's a very very expensive watch. It's a expensive than diamond.
Oh.
Okay.
The Tag is a very big brand now, so it's a very expensive. Okay. So diamonds कहाँ मिलते हैं? हार्दिक कहाँ पे मिलते हैं diamonds?
Deep down.
Deep down कहाँ पे मिलते हैं? कौन सा है? Charcoal.
Coal. Yeah. In the.
है ना? Okay. So I decided कि अगर diamond अगर वहाँ पे मिलते तो मेरा Tag watch भी उधर ही मिलना चाहिए ना?
Yeah. The source is that.
Okay, so and then picture black watch and coal black. Okay, उसके ऊपर मेरे को shoot करना है. So I prefer कि I'll go for the side lighting. Okay, I use a nice softbox. Okay, and उसको मैंने I make a square of acrylic box. Acrylic box के अंदर मैंने वो setup किया है. और वन साइड से मैंने वो लाइट दिया है. ओके, सो बिकॉज ऑफ द चारकोल का जो सॉफ्टनेस एंड जो सिल्वरनेस है मेरे को परफेक्ट आना चाहिए. ओके, एंड आई डिसाइडेड कि आई हैव टू टेक अ टॉप शॉट. ओके, सो आई सेट माय कैमरा, रिफ्लेक्टर्स लेंस के बाजू में मैंने रिफ्लेक्टर्स लगाया था, थर्माकोल को मैंने होल्ड किया था, उसके अंदर मैंने लेंस डाला है बिकॉज ऑफ वो मेरे को सराउंड मेरे को परफेक्ट मिले. ओके, एंड व्हेन आई जब भी मैं लेंस से देख रहा था तो मेरा कैमरा का रिफ्लेक्शन उसके डायल में दिखाई दे रहा था. सो आई मैंने क्या किया, मैं थोड़ा सा 1 इंच में नीचे आ गया, साइड में आ गया, तो मेरा रिफ्लेक्शन कट हो गया. ओके, यू कैन सी माय फाइनल पिक्चर.
These with the single light source, right? With the
all single lights.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you can see the charcoal का sharpness and कहीं पे भी harsh नहीं हो रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है.
बिल्कुल. And the black background is also matching very well for that.
Yeah.
Right from the earth.
This is the I shot for, as I told you, I just shot for better photography cover.
Yeah, the capsicum, the red capsicum.
Red capsicum. Okay, so this is my diagram for my lighting. Okay, I use a top light, backlight, and the side light. Okay, snoot. You can see the top light. Maxi है, we call that maxi light. Okay, उसके ऊपर मैंने ब्लैक कटर दिया है. ओके, एंड उसके पीछे भी मैंने ब्लैक कटर दिया है बिकॉज ऑफ बैक का जो कटर है क्योंकि उसका लाइट बैकग्राउंड पे ना पड़े, दैट्स व्हाई आई गिवन अ ब्लैक कटर बिकॉज ऑफ वो शैडो लाइट कट कर रहा है. ओके, एंड बैकग्राउंड पे जो ग्लो दिया है, आई यूज अ गेटवे ट्रेसिंग पेपर. आई यूज अ गेटवे ट्रेसिंग पेपर एंड वो फिश टैंक है, और गेटवे ट्रेसिंग पेपर का जो मेरा डिस्टेंस है वो 3 फीट है, एंड द बैकलाइट जो है गेटवे ट्रेसिंग के पीछे का, दैट इज अ डिस्टेंस अराउंड 2 फीट. ओके, सो उसके ऊपर मैंने ग्लो दिया है ब्लू लाइट का. एंड हियर दिस इज माय कलर स्कीम, रेड, ग्रीन एंड ब्लू. ओके, RGB. ओके, एंड टैंक के नीचे मैंने थर्माकोल दिया है बिकॉज ऑफ जो ऊपर का लाइट हो नीचे से बाउंस होना चाहिए. ओके, टैंक के शिमला मिर्ची के नीचे आई गिवन वाटर बबल्स. ओके, तो फ्लो आने के लिए, तो उसका फ्लो यू कैन उसको मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं, मैक्सिमाइज कर सकते हैं वो फ्लो को, आप जैसे आप चाहिए उसको कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. ओके, एंड देन साइड लाइट जो आपको जो ग्लो दिया है स्नूट से. ओके, जो शिमला मिर्च के ऊपर हाईलाइट होना चाहिए, एंड वो हाईलाइट होके जहाँ पे स्नूट है उसके अगेंस्ट मैंने रिफ्लेक्टर मैंने लगाया है ताकि वो थोड़ा सा लाइट बाउंस हो जाए. ओके, सो दिस इज माय थॉट प्रोसेस अबाउट माय पिक्चर. सो यू कैन सी दिस इज द
wow.
Yeah.
So if I use a yellow Simla mirchi, मजा नहीं आएगा. Am I right? Okay. Correct. If I use a green, this is a very common color. Okay. Yeah. So red, green, and blue. Okay.
And that a combination of this main subject and the background color should match also.
Match. Okay. So color, very shapes, important. And patterns. Are they?
Yeah.
Color, shapes, and patterns. The matters here. This I use a butterfly lighting. I use a butterfly lighting for my portrait. Okay, butterfly lighting used for all the beauty products. Okay, it's a very beautiful lighting for if you're shooting a wonderful portrait. Okay, wonderful beauty product. Something. So this is a very beautiful lighting जो आपको काम आती है. Okay. Top light and थोड़ा सा एक नीचे west level there is a one light, and दोनों light का जो
power
distance and position same होना चाहिए, and उनकी power भी same ही होनी चाहिए. Not necessary कि ऊपर का ज्यादा हो नीचे का कम हो. अगर ऊपर का अगर 50 है तो नीचे का भी 50 ही होना चाहिए. Okay, and you use a thermocol as a background here. Okay, not sorry background. Reflector मैंने use किया thermocol. Okay.
This is something similar to okay. This was the lighting setup for this shot.
Yeah, these are the lighting setup for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I shot for Ayur hair shampoo.
So the bottom light has created highlights on the hand and the hair and the product.
Yes, you can see the chin and all. Okay,
Hmm.
chin, nose. Okay, this is called butterfly lighting.
So
I'll go.
clamshell is also same. Clamshell also. What's the major difference between this and the? Because it looks like a clamshell setup, right?
I didn't get him. Sorry.
Clamshell lighting setup. It's almost
Yeah,
the same, right? So
same,
what's
same.
the?
Yeah.
Okay.
सी हार्दिक हम लोग ना अच्छा लग रहा है ना शूट करो
Hmm.
ओके सो टेक्निकली हम लोग जब भी जाते हैं ना तभी हम लोग बहुत फंस जाते हैं
Correct.
दिस इज द माय लाइटिंग फॉर कमर्शियल इज कॉल्ड वाघ बकरी चाय
Hmm.
शी इज अ वेरी फेमस एक्टर्स साक्षी तनवर
Yeah.
okay so these are the my lighting for I'm shooting for some tea brand okay so I'll show you the final picture. You can see you can check the eyes. See, if you want to know about the photography lighting diagram, you have to check the eyes.
Eyes. Yeah. Catch
Yeah.
light comes into here.
The flashlight is a diagram for your picture. Okay.
Yeah.
अगर कोई फोटोग्राफर बोलता है कि दिस इज माय टेक्निक और मैं बताऊंगा नहीं मेरा टेक्निक माय दिस इज माय स्टाइल एंड वर्किंग स्टाइल एंड ऑल okay so you go to the picture's eyes and you can see so you get the perfect diagram of your picture okay
Yeah.
so this
Yeah.
is my observation हार्दिक दिस इज द कॉल ऑब्जर्वेशन ओके अगर कोई बोल रहा है कि नहीं मैं बताऊंगा यू गो टू द हाईलाइट प्रोडक्ट में भी हाईलाइट आता है यू चेक द प्रोडक्ट का हाईलाइट हाईलाइट से पता चलता है कि आपका लाइट पोजीशन क्या है ओके
Correct.
सो यू कैन गो टू द आईज एंड यू कैन मेक आउट द कहां पे कितना लाइट दिया कैसे लाइट दिया और कितने रिफ्लेक्टर्स दिए so
True.
these are practice actually I'll go for the next
Yep.
this is I'm shooting for some jewelry client okay so this is my background for I use one light reflectors मैंने यहाँ पे use किए हैं okay softbox and back के लिए मैंने separation is always very important when you're shooting a product and when you're shooting the portrait the separation is always very important बैकग्राउंड एंड मॉडल का सेपरेशन होना चाहिए बैकग्राउंड एंड प्रोडक्ट का हमेशा सेपरेशन होना चाहिए वेदर यू डू विथ बैकग्राउंड से ले लो या लाइट से ले लो सेपरेशन इज ऑलवेज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ओके तो सेपरेशन के लिए लाइट मैंने उसको पीछे से ग्लो दिया है यू कैन सी दिस पिक्चर सी दिस Yeah, you can see that my necklace is a turquoise. Okay,
Right.
so I created my background should be like this. Okay, and you can see the hair makeup. Sorry, eyes makeup. Eye makeup I've given a little bit of turquoise color का lashes. Okay, so थोड़ा सा match होना चाहिए. Equal होना चाहिए. And if you're shooting the portrait and the jewelry is always difficult, okay, because of दोनों भी काफी important होते हैं, okay. The portrait also very important and the jewelry also important. With a match के लिए अगर मैं ज्यादा अगर highlight करूँगा तो मेरा product shout खराब हो जाएगा and उसको तो I use a lots of reflectors, thermacols and all, okay. So you can see in this picture, okay, my diagram. So my light position always I keep a 45 degree. My light position always a 45 degree. Okay. So this is the picture.
You also use reflectors for this, right?
I use a lots of Satish. I use a lots of reflectors.
Yeah.
Because of reflectors, सतीश हम लोग जब ये बच्चे में इन द सेंस जब ये शुरुआत करते थे ना तो किसी को बोलेंगे ना कि अरे रिफ्लेक्टर पकड़ना यार, तो उसको खराब लगता था।
Correct.
अरे यार मेरे को रिफ्लेक्टर पकड़ने को बोला है, ओके। और जिसको
yes.
अच्छा रिफ्लेक्टर पकड़ने को आता है ना, जो
Mm.
हम लोग ऑन ऑफ बोलते हैं, उसको लाइट को कितना देना है और कितना नहीं देना है, अगर वो
Yeah.
अगर आपको पता चले ना, तो यू बिकम अ गुड लाइट, माने आप अच्छा लाइटिंग कर सकते हो।
Yeah.
Face
After
कितना देना है,
finishing my cinematography, when I went to film field, first
Yeah.
thing they did was to give us we were light boys rather than cameramen.
yeah, the light
So
is very
we used to hold the reflectors and lights, shifting lights and all. We had to learn
Yeah.
photography from the lighting.
Yes, of course, of course. So I shoot lots of foods also. Okay, so when I do foods, my team also there, my food stylist also there, my production also there. Okay, so this is the I'm shooting food for La 50. This is one of the best food outlet in Mumbai. It's one of the famous. So I'm shooting some food for them. Okay. So this is my preparation. क्या होना चाहिए, कैसे होना चाहिए, कैसे करना है, क्या करना है. Okay. And you can see my diagram also. My light position is again a 45 degree. My camera also 45 degree.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's a very controlled lighting to fall only on the cut berries, cut
Yeah.
strawberries.
Because you know आपका जो angle है ना काफी important होना चाहिए. Whenever you go हार्दिक for shopping, for food खाने के लिए वगैरह आप जाते हो, okay? तो जब भी आप ज्वेलरी शॉप में जाते हो या कभी शॉपिंग के लिए जाते हो, तो आपका जो देखने का जो एंगल होता है वो 45 डिग्री एंगल होता है, am I right?
Correct. Table पे when we sit on a
हम लोग
table.
प्रोडक्ट को हम लोग ऊपर जाके नहीं देखते और नीचे से नहीं देखते हम लोग प्रोडक्ट को, हम लोग एक 45 डिग्री एंगल से ही देखते हैं, बराबर?
Right.
So my camera
Natural.
position, yeah, for the 45 degree and my light position also 45 degree. तो वो अपने विजुअल को मैच हो जाता है, okay? And you can see
Indirectly viewer is into that scene. You know what is up to like it.
Yeah, I use a one light. I use a छोटा सा reflector मैंने use किया है, okay? Yeah, simple light, one light. Aperture 16.5, shutter speed is 60, Tamron 90 mm lens, ISO 100 mm, Elinchrom flashlight I use. Okay, very simple. You can see the light to dark. Okay.
Yeah, it's just lifting. You know the ball at the center.
Yeah. Now you can see the final picture like this. You know. This I shot for Nutcracker is a Indian Express building, Nariman Point. Okay. Very simple one light I use here.
Apart from the light, even the properties are also very important. No, the
Proper,
props where you have to keep it and placement, and it beautifies the image along with
props. We call props. Okay. So props balance करना is very important. Okay. Props को आपके main dish के साथ proper balance करना बहुत difficult होता है.
Yeah.
तो उसके लिए काफी practice करनी पड़ती है. You have to see the lots of food shots.
Usually the whole lighting is done after keeping all the props in the proper place, no?
Yeah.
So as and when you want, you cannot add, because the lighting also changes. The shadows, unnecessary shadows will create like this.
Yeah. And you can see in my picture, my shadow is not very harsh and not very
very soft. You can see beautiful details in the shadows also.
Yeah, because of shadow plays a very important role in your picture. Without the shadow, your picture is flat. Okay.
Absolutely.
The shadow creates a lots of importance for your picture.
Depth. It gives
Shadow,
depth also.
depth also. The shadow is a very important part of photography. I use a nice little bit breathing space also here. Okay, थोड़ा सा titling के लिए and all. Okay, I use a jute for the props, background के लिए. And this is a diagram for this picture. This is a diagram for previous picture. मैं डायग्राम्स के ऊपर काफी काम करता हूँ क्योंकि हम लोग जब भी क्लाइंट के साथ जब भी सामने काम करते हो तभी कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए. 100% परफेक्ट शॉट, 100% परफेक्ट लाइट. इफ यू थिंक अगर क्लाइंट ने देखा कि आप कंफ्यूज हो ना, दैट इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट पोजीशन होता है. You should be very confident about your picture, your shot, your angle. I'm shooting this picture in Khyber. Is one of the best restaurant in Mumbai. It's a very, very expensive restaurant in Mumbai. Okay. So I'm shooting. My assistant is also there. Pratap is there. My food stylist is there. Okay. And then I'm shooting. I'm shooting top shot. Okay. I'll show you. This is the picture.
The circles and triangles.
Yeah. Vertical, circle, and triangle.
Yeah.
Color, shapes, and patterns.
And keeping the backdrop probably dark and it makes the food lift. So most of the
Sorry?
Most of the food shots you use continuous light? Continuous source?
No, this is the electronic flashlight.
Okay.
I use electronic flashlight. This is a shot for Indigo. Indigo is a restaurant. It's a very beautiful restaurant in Bombay, all over the India. Indigo. Okay. So after shoot, I will taste the food also.
Yeah, that's the best part about food.
Yeah.
I'm feeling hungry now.
Yeah. Okay.
These are all your very famous celebrity portraits, no? In single lighting.
She is a classical singer. She's a Padma Shri Padma Bhushan, Prabhatri ji. And Satish, this is just a daylight shot.
Yeah.
Understanding the lighting is very, very important. Light creates the characters. So understand the lighting is a very important. Quality of the light also very important. What type of quality of light you have to going to use, and the character of the light बहुत important होता है. अगर ये साइड नीचे से लाइट है तो गोस्ट लाइट होता है. वुमेन्स के लिए कैसे लाइटिंग होना चाहिए, या मेल्स के लिए कौन सा लाइट होना चाहिए, किड्स के लिए कौन सा लाइट चाहिए होना चाहिए. The light is understanding the light and study of the light is very, very important.
Correct.
It is not daylight shot. This is a shot with one light, with softbox, electronic flashlight. So this guy is a Raza. Raza is a National Geographic photographer.
Oh, that Turkey or Iranian or somebody, no?
Yeah. He's an Afghanis photographer. He shoots only wars.
Only?
Only war.
Oh, okay.
Afghanistan war, and he's a very good friend of Masood. Okay? So ये बॉम्बे में जब भी आया था तो भी नेशनल ज्योग्राफी से फोन आया था मेरे को कि रजा बॉम्बे में है, would you like to meet Raza? Well, definitely, I am a very great fan of Raza. Okay, so he's staying at the Opera. So I called and he said, let's meet. Okay, so मैं उसको मिलने गया था. I did a good interview also with Raza, and I said, can you pose for me? He was like, yes, why not? So I shot very beautiful portrait of Raza, and this is the Raza's book. Okay, तो मैंने उसको कहा कि can you hold front of your face. Okay. So उसने वो front of face पे रखा, so I can get the two characters ना. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Raza's face and then Raza's shot जो उसने shoot किया था. And Satish is a very, very important thing, okay? So Raza is telling me, Shirish, can you see my eyebrow? Satish, you can see the eyebrow.
Yeah, I can.
But there is no eyebrow here. बोलो why?
Yeah.
Because of वो इतना फोटोग्राफी करता है उसको कैमरा लग के उसका eyebrow निकल
कैमरा लगा के वो फेड हो गया.
फेड हो गया, you know. So
my
if you
God.
want to be good photographer, तो you think कि आपको कितना काम करना है.
बिल्कुल.
He's the celebrity, मैंने he's one of the best photographer और बोलता है कि देखो मैं कितना दिन में काम करता हूँ. Okay? और अपने यहाँ बच्चे 50 फोटो निकालते हैं, जिस कोने में जाके डिलीट करते हैं, एक अच्छा पिक्चर होता है, वो बोलते हैं कि फैंटास्टिक पिक्चर. ओके. So this is the story, and I have a wonderful time with Raza, and I shot fantastic picture of Raza ke bahut beautiful picture I shot. And you can see this guy. Satish, you know this guy?
No.
Adik, you know this guy?
No, I saw this in the image what you had sent, but I couldn't recognize him. It's from a Bollywood actor.
He's a photographer. He's the highest paid photographer in the world.
Okay.
When I interact with this guy, okay, he said I like sadness thing. मेरे को सब sadness अच्छा लगता है. I listen sad music. सब कुछ sad मुझे अच्छा लगता है. So I think less I'll do some sadness lighting. This is the character of the lighting, you know. You can see the background also. नीचे से light आया. Okay. And you can see he's a very sitting like a sad and all. Okay. His name is Max Vadukur. He's an American photographer. He's a photo editor, Vogue magazine, London, Paris, and New York.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's how many fees he charge for one shift?
Must be in terms of dollars, can't guess.
I said, yeah, मैं आपको Indian currency में बोलता है. He charged 65 lakh rupees per shift.
Oh my
One
God.
Yeah.
Who will decide on the fees? Whether the client or the photographer?
Clients are there. You know, photography means you are the creative. You are the creator.
Yeah.
Okay. In abroad, the photographer is the artist, but India, photography is the art. समझने के लिए और 50 साल लगेंगे.
बिल्कुल. Yeah.
Okay. So these are the Dada in photography is a king in photography. This is the my picture. You have to use this picture. Something like that. Okay. And if you're working with this type of people, you have to understand his characters, उनके mood कैसे है, क्या है, वो सब कुछ आपको you have to understand. You have to understand the people also when you're shooting portrait. What type of lighting they require, what type of music they like, what type of background they like. You have to understand. I said research होना चाहिए whenever whatever you shoot. Okay. So Satish, this is a favorite man.
Yeah.
You know this guy?
He is a Telugu film actor.
No, he's an actor also.
No.
He's a Santosh Shivam.
Oh, okay.
He's a great cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm shooting in Mumbai. Okay, उसके घर पे मैं shoot कर रहा था उनको. It's a very beautiful and very nice guy. Fantastic work, and I use one light here, nothing else. He's also understanding the lighting and frame. तो उसके साथ कैसे काम करना है, that is also very important होता है.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Rishi Kapoor.
Rishi Kapoor. I use a two light. You can watch the eyes. There's a one highlight is there. It's a main source light. And I use a thermocol, and background is a something different light. Okay, for उसको separation के लिए. I always separate the background and the product, whether it's a model or product. separation is very, very important. So
Actually, in portrait photography, the hand position is also very important, right?
your body movement is very important.
Yeah. Now,
Body movement,
positioning of the hands also, it
yeah,
plays a very major role in a portrait.
major. Then your look also very important. Eye look and all.
Yes, yes.
When you I shoot lots of covers pictures, magazine covers pictures.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
इन मैगजीन कवर्स ओके स्टॉल पे लटके हुए रहते हैं, मालूम है ना आपको?
Yeah.
पेपर न्यूज़पेपर स्टॉल या इसके स्टॉल के ऊपर ऐसे लटके हुए रहते हैं, ओके? हैंग करते हैं उसको मैगजीन्स को हमेशा, ओके? तो मैंने काफी ऑब्जर्व किया कि फिर मैंने डिसाइड किया कि व्हेनेवर आई शूट कवर पिक्चर, सो उसका जो लुक होगा वो कैमरे में होगा, नॉट साइड होगा.
करेक्ट.
ओके, व्हेनेवर यू कैन सी द मैगजीन कवर, तो वो कनेक्ट होना चाहिए आईज उसका और मेरा. सो आई कैन उसको अपील होना चाहिए. तो आई विल गो देन एंड आई विल जस्ट पिक अप दैट मैगजीन. ओके, सो आई कनेक्शन आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, व्हेन यू शूट any commercial or something, connection is very, very important. Hatik, barabar hai na?
Yeah, sir, I have one question. Now, for this particular background, you have lit in between somewhere. Like upar nahi hai, niche nahi hai, it's in between. So how do you, when do you use, like, do you want to lit the whole thing or a part of it or top or bottom? What was your thought here?
See, you can see in that picture, okay, Rishi Kapoor, your hair is a little bit gray. Okay, if I use a very dark black, तो उसका मजा नहीं आता था. अगर I given a highlight full for भी उसका मजा नहीं आता. तो in between मैंने उसको रखा है hair को. Not heavy also और not light also, in between रखा है. तो इसके लिए मैंने light का जो head है मैंने down कर दिया है. So इसको gradation मिले light का.
Correct.
एंड वो थोड़ा सा हल्का सा दिखना चाहिए, नॉट पर्पसली नहीं दिखना चाहिए, थोड़ा सा हल्का सा दिखना चाहिए. पर्पसली तो पर्पसली हो जाएगा ना कि मैंने जानबूझ के दिखाया. नो, नेचुरल दिखना चाहिए ये सब कुछ. फोटोग्राफी करते समय ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि मैंने जानबूझ के फोटोग्राफी की है. सिंपल एंड परफेक्ट होना चाहिए. कीप योर शूट सिंपल एंड क्रिएटिव.
And many of the times when we are shooting this kind of portraits, we cannot use tripods, right? We have to be very flexible in moving, and handheld only is the best.
Yeah, definitely. And you have to interact with this guy, okay?
Correct.
So this guy also very much interested in photography, Rishi Kapoor.
Okay.
Rishi Kapoor and Steve McCurry is a good friend, okay? So I know that. So I'm communicating with your photography, how Steve McCurry is and your relation, when you made, kaise hua, kya hoga. The communication ho jata hai. For you, I get wonderful moments.
Yeah. So there are a couple of questions on the questions here on the chat with respect to the previous image. Shall I bring it up now?
Yeah, no problem. You check your timing now.
Yeah. It's 7:30. It's fine. We can try to close it soon. But yeah, that's fine. No worries. One of the question is here from Mr. Narayan. Did you ask him to wear dark shirt? And the same for the same image, the previous one, space on the right side, Rishi Kapoor's picture from Murli. So the first question was, did you ask him to wear dark shirt? Like, what was the?
Not necessarily dark shirt. They carry outfit also. Okay. So he's wearing a black shirt. Okay, and you can see my texture of the shirt. Also, you can see when you see the grayish tone पे आप जब जाओगे ना तो उसका शर्ट का टोनिंग वो आपको आ जाता है, समझ में आता है. ओके, सो आई पर्पसली से यूज अ डार्क. जब ये आप डार्क कलर यूज करते हैं तो योर फेस लिटिल बिट थोड़ा सा ब्राइट हो जाता है, थोड़ा शाइन हो जाता है,
हाईलाइट अच्छा आता है.
या हाईलाइट हो जाता है. एंड आई जस्ट प्ले लाइट एंड शैडो के साथ मैंने उसको प्लेन किया. 45 डिग्री से मैंने उसको लाइट किया है. सो also you can see the original picture. You can see the very beautiful gradation shirt. Also you can see the watch also look very nice and clean and all. It's a hand position ka lighting, you can see a perfectly neat and clean.
I guess for watch also you have used probably a reflector.
I use a reflector. Yeah, because I
near the ears and the cheeks also you have light, so that would be a top reflector. But for watch also you have used a specific reflector for that?
I use a reflector. Yes, perfect. As I told you, I use lots of reflectors, cutters, and everything. Cutter also very part of photography. Yeah? Cutter means light cut करने के लिए नहीं होता है. Everybody knows cutter means light cut करने के लिए डाल दो. Cutter also play a lots of importance. जैसे reflector जैसे काम करता है वैसे cutter भी काम करता है. Highlight को cut करने के लिए. Reflectors आप highlight देने के लिए देते हो. Cutters जो black cutters है आपको highlight को deep करने के लिए काम करता है. तो cutter and reflector also very important in your photography. If you understand reflector and cutter, you understand the lighting. Cutter कितना देना है और reflector कितना देना है, on off करना है. You understand your lighting, little bit you understand. Okay? The light is a part of photography. I'll go for the next slide.
Yeah.
There's just one more from Murli Santanam. It's about the space on the right hand side of the Rishi Kapoor's picture. Space on the right in Rishi Kapoor's picture, thoughts.
Yeah.
So what are the thoughts of having space on the right?
This is my balance. This is balancing the picture. Picture balancing also very important. After age, after some time, you have to create your own style. You can see my picture. I created my style. Okay, am I right, Satish? After some,
very much.
Yeah, you have to create your own style. Okay, so I created. You can see my celebrity picture. My celebrity picture, something different. Okay, I cut little bit hair, head. I cut little bit left side or something. Then you can see this picture. Oh, this is picture of Shiresh Karrale. Okay.
Correct.
So after some time, you have to create your own style. Okay, and not necessarily
becomes a signature picture, like
signature picture.
Your own style.
Not necessarily pictures being tight ही होना चाहिए या close up होना चाहिए. Your picture have to be a balanced picture. तो जहाँ पे अगर light side अगर open होता है या space होता है, this is called breathing space. अगर उसको मैं tight अगर मैं लेता था उसको breathing space नहीं मिलता. तो breathing space also very much interested in your picture. Yeah. So that's why I थोड़ा सा उन्हें breathing space दिया है. थोड़ा सा picture को open होने के लिए. I'll go for next one.
Yes.
So this is the very famous Marathi film star. You can see Hindi film में आपने देखेंगे विक्रम गोखले.
Yeah.
He's also a very good photographer and a wonderful actor. Okay, so they always talking. He use a hand position and all. Okay, so I create some backlight and I created very nice. I'm talking to this person. And they goes to some trance and that this is the time I have to click a good picture. You can see the backlight मैंने इसको किया है मेरे कैमरा से फ्रंट पे लाइट है ओके और लाइट को मैंने थोड़ा सा कवर किया है. You can see the light position is coming from that side and my camera position is a shadow side. Okay, this is the rules of when you're shooting some this type of picture. Cinematography में ये light काफी use किया जाता है.
Cut light.
Soft light.
In this way, the finger and the hand also is getting quite highlighted because the background is like.
You can see the finger details. अगर वो finger का अगर light नहीं होता तो background पे merge होता तो खराब लगता.
Correct.
So position also very important. उसके लिए observation आपका काफी important है. तो मैं वही बोलता हूँ बच्चों को observation करो. Observation is very important. Every day 10 pictures आपके portfolio में आने चाहिए जो अच्छे pictures है. आप इंटरनेट पे देखो अच्छे पिक्चर हो गए तो 10 अच्छे गुड पिक्चर्स निकालो. वो 10 अच्छे पिक्चर्स को देखो, एक बार नहीं 10 बार देखो, 10 बार नहीं 100 बार उस पिक्चर को देखो. ऑब्जर्वेशन करो उसको, पिक्चर को क्या ट्रीट किया है, क्या लाइट किया है, क्या लेंस यूज किया है, थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है उस पिक्चर के ऊपर. थॉट प्रोसेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. I'll go for the next.
Yeah.
This is the beautiful. This is Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray in my studio. So I like इनका दोनों का मैंने शूट किया है. Again, I use
much before he became a CM.
Yeah. He came for inaugurating Symbiosis School of Photography. Okay, that time you can see my shadow. There is only one light is there. You can see that shadow. आपको पता चलेगा कि यार सेकंड जो है वो रिफ्लेक्टर है और बैकग्राउंड को एक लाइट दिया है जो सेपरेशन के लिए बस दैट्स ऑल नथिंग एल्स बिकॉज़ आई हैव टू शूट दिस पिक्चर विद इन 5 to 10 minutes. Shubha Mughal. She is a great classical singer. Okay, so I use only one light, and उनका जो mood है perfect. I got character आना चाहिए when you're shooting a people portrait. Okay, तो उसका character उसमें ही आना चाहिए, तो फिर मजा आता है वो portrait करने में.
It's like sadhana,
Yeah. This is our Jackie Shroff, very stylish guy.
And most of the time for all these celebrities, you are using black dress. So by choice or by chance you are using?
They love black.
Most of the celebrities.
Most of the celebrity they black or white. They use two colors.
Okay.
Okay. So
but black suits very well for the portrait, particularly.
Yeah. And
because of fewer lighting, single lighting, it suits very well.
Single light, yeah. And it's a very difficult when you're shooting black. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're shooting white, it's a very difficult. Okay. So your experience comes here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a very nice guy and very काफी अच्छा आदमी है and very supportive guy. Yeah. This is a very beautiful story about this picture, Satish. I'm shooting with Mr. Zakir Hussain साहब. काफी पिक्चर शूट्स हो गए, तो एक पिक्चर होता है ना, पिक्चर ऑफ द डे.
ओके.
वो नहीं मिल रहा था, पिक्चर ऑफ द डे नहीं मिला. तो हम लोग दिस इज अ विंडो शॉट, विंडो लाइट शॉट. ओके, डे लाइट शॉट. सो मेरे साथ राहुल रॉय करके एक एक्टर है, वो बैठा था, राहुल बोस.
राहुल बोस
मेरे साथ बैठे थे, हम लोग बात कर रहे थे जाकिर साहब के साथ, और आई एम शूटिंग पिक्चर्स. ओके, तो पिक्चर बन नहीं रहा है, एक ही शॉट मिल रहा है यार, एक ही शॉट मिल रहा है. तो मैंने पिक्चर देखा, अल्लाह रखा सांप का पिक्चर. ओके, it's a fantastic picture. Let's some work with this picture. Okay, so as I told, जो मैंने पहले एक स्लाइड आपको दिखाया था, पिक्चर शूट करने से पहले आप आपके दिमाग में पिक्चर शूट करते हो. परफेक्ट.
yes. And observations also.
ऑब्जर्वेशन. तो मैंने दिमाग में पिक्चर शूट किया है. मैंने दिमाग में पिक्चर, मैंने सोचा ये पिक्चर वर्टिकल, हॉरिजॉन्टल, वर्टिकल. ओके, तो कैसे क्रिएट करना है उसको, पिक्चर को कौन से मूवमेंट में मेरा कैमरा टिल्ट होगा और मैं उसको पिक्चर शूट करूंगा. आई एम रेडी फॉर क्वेश्चन. मैंने उनको क्वेश्चन किया, जाकिर साहब आपके फादर के साथ कैसे रिलेशन था. तो जाकिर हुसैन साहब को मालूम था कि उसके फादर का पिक्चर ऊपर है जहाँ पे बैठे. तो थोड़ा सा वो लीन हो गए और उन्होंने ऊपर देखा, एंड दैट इज अ मूवमेंट आई वांट. आई जस्ट क्लिक दिस मूवमेंट.
And you have to be very alert and precise at that moment to click.
Very alert. And this is the moment. Picture मिल गया मेरे को, perfect picture मिल गया. So interact with people, communication with people, observation is very important. Background को understand करो. Background जो मैंने आपको बोला था, effective background कैसे होनी चाहिए. So this
and after that, the remaining pictures what you have shot earlier, that you will totally delete it, or you will just keep for the sake of it.
No.
Images.
I just keep. I got a wonderful picture. But this is my picture.
Okay.
Yeah. You can use that picture for commercial or what is something, but this is my arty picture.
So okay. There's a comment which we usually get. I mean, for the previous picture, can I bring it up?
Yeah.
So the fingers are cut off. Mr. Sudhanshu says. So this is very much taught while someone picks up a camera that you shouldn't cut legs at this position or hands or But then when it comes to this kind of thing, I mean, portraits, what are the thoughts like?
What
Hear
is
the
the thought?
feedback.
You're see, don't go. मेरा उंगली कट गया, मेरा ये कट गया, emotional आ गया, thought आ गया ना. That's all.
You got the
Thought
essence.
process is very important. अगर आप सोचने जाओगे ना कि मेरे को उंगली भी चाहिए, मेरे को वो चाहिए, तो आपका thought process गया. You have to be a very smart when you're shooting this type of pictures. Okay, your thought process have to be a fantastic होना चाहिए. Okay? अगर मैं बोलूँ कि जाकिर साहब थोड़ा सा ऊपर हाथ ले लो, वो गया पिक्चर मेरा expressions गए, मेरा सब कुछ गया मेरा.
Yeah. If you were concentrating on those things, probably you would have missed this fraction of second.
Of course, the moment is important. Hand important is the moment important.
Probably वो बोलेंगे कि नहीं चलेगा हाथ, but I'm connected somewhere.
Yeah. So moment is important. And I'm showing the next picture. As I told you, shapes, colors, and patterns. So you can understand this. Okay. This is Mr. Javed Akhtar Saab. Okay. In this picture, the geometry is there: vertical, square, and triangle. And you can see the one light. Yeah. Understanding the framing also very important. Square, vertical, and triangle.
And that the triangle also showing the direction.
Yeah. Okay. So thought process, observation is very important. हम लोग टेक्निकल में ज्यादा जाते हैं, इक्विपमेंट में हम लोग ज्यादा जाते हैं, थॉट प्रोसेस में नहीं जाते हैं. हम लोग मेगापिक्सल में जाते हैं. हम लोग कौन सा लेंस है, क्या है, उसके पास ये है तो मेरे पास क्यों नहीं है. Don't go. You always think about your concept. Always think about your conceptualization. Thought process के ऊपर आप काम करो. Equipment है वो अपना काम करेगा. Thought process is very, very, very important. Okay. आपकी visualization के ऊपर आप काम करो. That is a very, very important. Equipment definitely is important, but thought process and your communication, your visualization is important. हम लोग बोलते हैं कि ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, ऐसा करना है, वैसा करना है. ओके, करना आना चाहिए. अगर करना नहीं आना चाहिए तो बोल कैसे सकते हैं. ओके, सो जिसको एग्जीक्यूशन बोलते हैं, एग्जीक्यूशन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. चांद पे जाना है, ओके, चांद जमीन पे लाना है तो कैसे लाना चाहिए. एग्जीक्यूशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बोलने के लिए हम लोग कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन एग्जीक्यूशन इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. वो आपके थॉट प्रोसेस से आता है, आपके ऑब्जर्वेशन से आ जाता है. I think I'm right, Satish, because Satish is a very senior. So,
hey, no. You are senior in experience. You have shot many celebrities. You have got a lot of.
But I'm saying it's a perfect thing.
Experience, fantastic. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Whatever you are telling is 100% true. We have experienced all this. Yeah.
I do. Satish, मैंने all over India में मैंने workshops लिए हैं. Okay. तो सब लोग पूछते हैं कि आपका एपर्चर क्या है, आपका शटर स्पीड क्या है. मेरे को किसी ने पूछा नहीं कि आपका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है. उसके पास 70 mm 7200 है. शुड आई बाय दिस 7200? वो मैं लूं या नहीं लूं, मैं ये सॉफ्ट बॉक्स है नहीं. नॉट नेसेसरी. ये आपका थॉट प्रोसेस के ऊपर काम करो. आपके पास लेंस नहीं है तो ये लेंस पे मैं कैसे काम कर सकता हूँ. मेरे पास सॉफ्ट बॉक्स नहीं है तो मैं हाउ कम आई क्रिएट इनबिल्ट सॉफ्ट बॉक्स मैं घर पे कैसे बना सकता हूँ. क्या इक्विपमेंट में यूज कर सकता हूँ मैं, क्या रिफ्लेक्टर की जगह मैं दूसरा क्या यूज कर सकता हूँ. जो बोलते हैं ना कि दिमाग चलाओ, दिमाग चलना चाहिए. ये नहीं तो वो नहीं तो वो नहीं, मुझे करना ही है. इफ यू थिंक आई हैव टू शूट, सो आपका थॉट प्रोसेस चालू होगा. अगर ये यार मेरे पास माइक्रो लेंस नहीं है, मेरे को ये लेंस नहीं है, तो आपका रह जाएगा. नहीं, I have to work. That's why I'm telling you, when you eat, think about photography. When you walk, think about the photography. When you sleep, think about the photography.
Correct.
24 घंटे आपके पास photography है, then you become a good photographer. Okay.
Actually, these people, the celebrities, most of the people, whether they are singers or top-notch heroes, heroines, and all, I believe that they have their own photographers, like celebrity photographers, and among them, how do we fit when we take our pictures of their images? How do we fit that slot? Whether they like our images, the new thoughts behind this, or they like their own traditional photographers?
See, you have to create your own style, okay? लिटिल बिट कंसेप्शुअलाइजेशन होना चाहिए. ओके, देन 10 फोटोग्राफर से अपना पिक्चर कैसे अलग हो सकता है, यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट ऑलवेज दैट.
Yeah.
ओके, whenever I
For
go for travel.
example, no, for example, this picture of Javed Akhtar साहब का photo लिया है. So if you show him, what could be his reaction to this? Because there's out of the box thought. So not a regular kind of a portrait shoot, but there's absolutely a different kind of image where the geometry and the people is there. So how do they react to such kind of your thought?
First thing, Satish, ये जो थॉट प्रोसेस जो होती है, उसके लिए ये स्टाइलिंग बनाने के लिए मेरे को 30 साल लगे बनाने के लिए, स्टाइल बनाने के लिए. समथिंग डिफरेंट अपना काम होना चाहिए. ओके, व्हेनेवर आई वॉच सेलिब्रिटीज पिक्चर, आई टेक 10 पिक्चर्स उनके, उनसे डिफरेंट मेरे पिक्चर कैसे हो सकते हैं, और हाउ टू मेक क्रिएटिव पिक्चर्स, वो मैं पहले ध्यान देता हूँ. एंड डेफिनेटली मैंने उनको जब ये पिक्चर दिखा, ही से वाओ fantastic.
That's what. Yeah, they would never. I would have seen that kind of.
Yeah. Because वो हमेशा जो पिक्चर देखते हैं वो स्टेट शॉट्स दिखते हैं. You know what is the difference between the portrait? एक पासपोर्ट साइज जो पोर्ट्रेट निकालता वो भी पोर्ट्रेट हो गया ना, पासपोर्ट फोटोग्राफी निकालता है.
Yes.
सेल्फी निकालता वो भी पोर्ट्रेट होता है. What is the passport size and selfie? जब भी हम लोग क्या डिफरेंट कर सकते हैं, दैट इज द कैरेक्टर उसमें कैसे आ सकता है, वो देखना चाहिए. एंड नॉट कि जो होता है कि लाइक कर दिया पिक्चर फैंटास्टिक, वो नहीं, वहां पे जब भी वाव होता है, वाव फैक्टर इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
करेक्ट
वो होना चाहिए आपके पिक्चर में.
I guess I would like to add one small thing with this. When we show their own portrait when we shoot, or final frame or something, they would always want to think how is this image telling what I am. They will not think about aperture, ISO, lighting, it's too dark, too bright. No, because they don't know that. They don't know photography. What they know is what I am, is that coming out of the picture, or it's telling a story. And artists like this, they would always want to see something like, wow, it's a window, peeping thoughts. Those kind of thoughts would appear to them, and not like यहाँ पे बहुत space है, यहाँ पे ये है, because they don't know photography. Right? They are into a different world.
And he's a poet. Okay.
Yeah.
So this perfect goes with the poetry picture. It's a wonderful picture for book cover. You can blank space दिख रहा है, वहाँ पे उसका headline आ सकता है, माने slogan आ सकती है, book का name आ सकता है, बराबर. So whenever Satish, I work for the magazines, photography and photography, so many pictures. Correct. Okay. I always say in my workshop, okay, whenever you shoot picture, think about the cover page or double spread. Don't think about the column. I always think about my picture whenever I shoot, कि ये पिक्चर मेरा कवर पेज पे कैसे आ सकता है, डबल स्प्रेड कैसे आ सकता है. I never think about the 2 column, 3 column. No, my picture is not for 2 column, 3 column. My picture is for a full page, double spread, or cover page. If you're thinking like that, so your thinking process is always great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got dropped. Yeah, sure. My internet got dropped. Where?
Yeah, come you, Hardik. I can see you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll go for the next picture.
Yeah. Sure.
See, Hardik, this is called observation. This is the Commissioner of Police of Mumbai Police. Commissioner of Police Bombay, Mr. Ahmad Javed. He's a very strict police officer. You can see. I just watched the observe कि उनका जो पेपर वेट था मेरे को काफी अच्छा लगा, और वहाँ पे देखा तो मेरे को उनका इमेज दिखाई दिया. So this is the picture for me, ना. If I shoot straight, अगर मैं picture shoot करता तो मजा नहीं आता था. So this is the image for me. भले उसमें उल्टा दिख रहा है, no problem, but my final image is the straight.
Correct.
And you can see the cap, IPS cap is there, commissioner cap. So you understand ki what position is this guy because of the cap. Categories.
And it tells a lot about, they being the police force. They are like non-violent, but they have to think from the other perspective for them to do their job, and they have to have an upside view. And work in dark or work in blur.
Yeah, and this guy is a very strict police commissioner, and he takes only ₹1 salary.
What?
₹1 salary.
Oh.
And he donate all the monies.
Oh my God.
And he use pure khadi ka uniform. So strict guy, this guy is. So I like this stuff. Film star is not for my celebrity. Film star is a entertainment artist. Okay, these are the heroes for me.
Yeah.
So I'm working on the great celebrities of India. So I'm planning my book, an exhibition.
Okay.
All my black and white pictures. So these people are there in that book and everything.
Oh.
I'll go for the next picture.
Yeah.
So this picture.
He is the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah, he's the Chief Minister of Himachal, Mr. P.K. Dummal. I use only one light. You can see, you can ask me, what about the second light जो पीछे पड़ा है? उसको separate किया ना उसको cover को. Okay. So whenever I position my light, okay, so face पे भी पड़े और background पे भी पड़े. So this is the माने वो थोड़ा सा काफी अगर काम करोगे ना तो आपको पता चलेगा कि वो कैसे करना है. एक ही सिंगल लाइट को आपको कैसे यूटिलाइज करना है. उसको रिफ्लेक्ट भी करना है, उसको बाउंस भी करना है. ओके, यू कैन सी द हैंड पोजीशन, उसका लुक आपको देखो, उसके क्लोथ का पोजीशन देखो, और बैकग्राउंड पे हल्का सा लाइट पड़ा है. तो उसके लिए मैंने क्या किया, जो मेरा राइट साइड का जो सॉफ्टबॉक्स का जो कवर था ना, जो लाइट के सॉफ्टबॉक्स के ऊपर जो कवर आता है, स्कीमर का कवर, वो हल्का सा मैंने निकाल दिया. तो मेरा हार्श लाइट हो बैकग्राउंड पे पड़ा है उसका. ओके, जो मेरे
and this is being shot while interacting with them because after seeing the hand position it comes naturally while talking.
So जो मेरे उनके फेस के ऊपर जो लाइट है वो सॉफ्ट है, और जो बिकॉज ऑफ मैंने सॉफ्ट बॉक्स का जो राइट साइड का थोड़ा सा खोल दिया था, उसके वजह से मेरा जो लाइट का जो डेंसिटी वो थोड़ा सा हार्श होके बैकग्राउंड पे पड़ा है, इसलिए मेरा हब स्टॉप मेरा ओपन हो गया उधर.
Okay.
Yeah.
You knew your equipment, so you could do that. I mean, like आपको पता था कैसे काम करेगा ये चीज.
You have to control. Equipment को आपको कंट्रोल करना आना चाहिए. इक्विपमेंट आपको नहीं कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. कैमरा आपको कंट्रोल नहीं करना चाहिए, कैमरा को आपको कंट्रोल करना है. Okay. So equipment, how to handle your equipment, that is also very good art. Equipment, minimum equipment. मैंने क्या यहाँ पे use किया? I use a one light, one camera, one lens. Nothing else. Everything is happened. You don't have to require ये क्या? You know, मैं कभी-कभी confused होता है. जो photographers में देखता हूँ, एक नेक पे एक कैमरा होता है, एक हाथ पे कैमरा होता है, एक शोल्डर पे कैमरा होता है, तीन कैमरा लेके यूज करते हैं. मैं आई कंफ्यूज्ड. बाप रे बाप, ये कितना बड़ा फोटोग्राफर है, तीन कैमरा यूज करता है. आई यूज ओनली सिंगल कैमरा यार. सो यू नो, सो इक्विपमेंट्स कैसे हैंडल करना वो आना चाहिए. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आई एम ग्रेट, मेरे से भी काफी ग्रेट होंगे लोग, बट दिस इज माय वर्किंग स्टाइल. आई गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 8.
8 o'clock, yeah. Yeah. So this is my last slide.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
sir.
So I hope Satish कैसे लगा मेरा interact ये का आपको?
We have no words. It's so beautiful and fantastic. Your thought process, your lighting, your conception, and your output. And it's fantastic. In fact, we did not know that it's 8 o'clock until you said.
Yeah. Okay, the thought process is very important, and
Very, very
I hope
important.
I hope आपके सोसाइटी के बच्चे लोग को या फोटोग्राफर्स को अच्छा लगा होगा. If they have a
Beautiful.
doubt, you can call me and ask about my picture. You can share with me क्या करना है, कैसे कर सकते हैं. I'll show the diagrams, everything. This workshop, yeah, this is the webinar. We are not ending
Yeah.
here. This webinar is a continue for lifetime. Okay,
Okay.
so you don't worry.
Yeah, yeah.
Your students के आप कभी भी मेरे को कॉल कर सकते हैं. I have
Yeah, yeah,
lots of
sure,
pictures.
sure.
This is just a 10% I'm showing you. Food, I
Yeah,
shot
I
more
know.
than
Yeah. In
food.
fact,
I
we
shot.
did not see your jewelry pictures also. I
Yeah,
think,
jewelry is
see,
my
I would like to invite you once again, maybe after 2 months or so.
whatever.
We can
No,
have
no.
one more session of your this thing. If you give me your time and your date, I think we can fix in the month of September, October.
No. Jewelry also very important. Huh? Jewelry, fantastic.
No, everything.
Jewelry,
Even I think we have not finished your beautiful portraits.
Yeah.
Still lot more to go, I know. So along with the jewelry and portraits, we can have one more session.
Jewelry, portrait, and 60s. 60s
Yeah,
look,
sure.
old film stars and all. Okay, that is also
Okay.
for 7 concept. I worked 1 year.
Okay.
For 7 shot, I worked 1 year for
Oh my God.
conceptualization. Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
7 days for collecting all the props, and 2 days for
Mhm.
shooting.
Oh.
I use the dinky lights. They use 70s. 70s में जो
Mhm.
dinky light film shoot के लिए use करते
Yeah,
थे.
yeah. Mhm.
Gurudat and all. Okay, though that same light I use for that pictures.
Mm.
So this is
For
a
most
very
of
good story. Yeah.
for most of Gurudat films, our Bangalore cinematographer was the cinematographer for his films, Mr.
Yeah.
Murthy.
Muri, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
of course.
yeah.
He's a very great
Hardik, you
cinematographer.
have yeah. Hardik, you have any questions to be shown? Hardik?
Adik just watching the कुछ है क्या?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, my internet again got refreshed. So
Yeah. Do you have questions there?
yeah. I'll bring up few questions. I guess we have very good questions from Mr. Joseph Sebastian. I'll bring them up. Meanwhile, here are few. One of our senior member, GSK sir, says very useful presentation with lucid explanation and lighting positions. Thank you. Mr. Raj says wonderful presentation. Appreciate your thought process in every frame. Let me go on the top and get the question. We'll take few questions and we'll come to end of session. There was one question which came on the Instagram. I don't want to miss that. It was quite interesting. It was from. Just give me a second. I cannot bring it up on the screen, so I'm going to read it out.
Yeah.
What was your biggest challenge you got after a big break? Before you got a big break, what was your biggest challenge before you got a big break? This is from
I didn't
Mr.
get you. Sorry.
He's asking, what was your biggest challenges before you got a big break? Like, what were your challenges before you came into the limelight? I can say.
One of my best picture is a chase car, जो I shot for Infosys.
Sorry,
Infosys के लिए मैंने chase का shot
Uh-huh.
shoot किया था.
Okay.
Okay. So if we want, I can share करूँ क्या मैं वो shot?
Yeah, sure. Let me know once it is up. It's on the screen. I'll bring it up.
Infosys means ears will open up for Hardik.
Okay.
One of the best place to do photography.
Okay.
I have quite a few abstracts, and from there.
एक second now. This is a very beautiful shot I shot for Infosys, and this shot you can see everyone is using that shot. आ गया. एक second. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Sure, no
If you
problem.
say कि I'll show you this shot, is a very
Yeah, meanwhile, to all our viewers, hope you have clicked on that like button and subscribe button. I am not sure.
आ गया मेरा shot.
Actually, Shirish, I wanted to show it to my fellow friends in YPS about your those pictures, the old heroines with the modern models, no?
60s look.
Like Nargis Dutt and Meena Kumari or Madhubala, like that. At least 2 pictures, if you can get, you can show it.
Yeah. Of course. I have just a minute.
And in that picture, you had shown your picture of how you work and what kind of lighting you have done and all. You have used so many cutters and lights, spotlights, and so many things in that. And to create that beautiful light and shadow effect.
See this one. This is a
I'll bring it up on the screen, sir. Yeah.
This is a Nutan. Can I change a frame?
Yeah.
Nargis. You can see my lighting because of my key light. This is called key.
I mean, I guess this is the feel. Yeah, this is how it was.
Yeah, this is called key light. Okay, my hair is a key light. Okay, and if you can see my down light. Okay, this is called gradation light, light to dark. Okay, so अगर मैं ऊपर से अगर मैं चालू करता था तो hair का वो importance चला जाता था. Okay?
Yeah.
I use a dinky, hair light different, nose light different, backlight different, 2 hands light is different. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light I use for this. This is
dinkies are all very small spotlights.
Very
right?
small light. It's a handling. It's a very difficult dinky lights. Okay. Yeah, you can see this is the Gurudat.
Was this for any magazine or?
This is a shot for Times of India. This is the Times of India assignment.
Okay.
And you can see this is the Kishore Kumar.
Okay. So I just wanted to see these beautiful images.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. So any more questions, Hardik, Nandan?
Where is that shot? I just.
Yeah, searching for that Infosys shot.
Yeah. This is a shot.
Oh.
These are my beautiful shot for. I use a one lighter. I use a snoot.
Oh.
Just a snoot.
Okay.
And you know what is my shooting area, Satish? My shooting area is 7 feet.
Okay.
Because I don't have a studio in that time.
Okay.
So client wants to shoot something like this. Okay, picture. The picture का जो background sky है ना, that is spray painting किया मैंने घर पे.
Okay.
And जहाँ पे मैं shoot कर रहा था वहाँ पे background पे नहीं लगाया. And then chessboard जो king है उसको tilt होने के लिए मैंने glue tack से उसको चिपकाया.
Okay.
One snoot light, and I think I use 10 cutters for light cut करने के लिए. And this was shot with a medium format camera, and my distance, background and my camera distance is 7 feet. Do you think you require a 1,000 square feet studio, 500 square feet studio? Not necessary, but your thought process is might be okay.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, very important.
A beautiful light and shadow effect.
This is the shot with Sinar.
Oh.
The shot with Sinar with, I use a filters. जो माइक्रो फोटोग्राफी के लिए फिल्टर्स आते हैं ना 35 mm के लिए, जो 35 mm के लिए क्लोजअप फिल्टर्स.
Yes.
तो क्लोजअप फिल्टर
मैंने thick close-up filter.
जो सेट आता है 3 का 2 का 2x 3x 4x.
It will be sharp at the center of the lens.
हाँ, तो वो फिल्टर जो 35 mm कैमरा को लगते हैं ना लेंस को, वो मैंने सिनार को लेंसेस को लगाए.
Oh my god.
ये शॉट मैं पूरा एक दिन मैं शॉट शूट कर रहा था बिकॉज ऑफ सिनार फोकसिंग इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. थोड़ा सा भी पुश होता है तो पूरा शिफ्ट हो जाता है.
ओके.
सो आई यूज दिस इज द सिनार 4x5 पे मैंने शूट किया था. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll show you something. You said you want a jewelry. I have a wonderful jewelry here. One second. So this.
Yeah.
This I use for, this is a very well-known jeweler. Is a Chintamani Jewelers.
With the tools.
Yeah. One light. और कुछ देखना है?
A good session in the next this thing in September or October.
Definitely.
We can have mainly on 2-3 this thing, portraits and jewelry photography or things like that.
Now, Satish, you can see. Can you go a little bit back? Can you go a little bit back?
Yeah.
Can you go a little bit? Yeah. Little bit. More, little bit. You can see your little bit come for front little bit. You can see the shadow is fantastic on your background.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like juxtapose,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you have to understand. You have to observe. Otherwise it's very difficult for young people.
Yeah.
They want to create something wow in photography. So you have to create something different for another. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I hope
what is
Hardik is better.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm using single light for this webinar with a fill-in light at the back.
That is the base actually. That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We have only one sun. You don't require 4 sun. So one light, you can do anything.
It's always better to have one sun outside and one sun inside the house.
Yeah.
So Hardik, if you don't have any questions, we can come to the end of the show.
कोई क्वेश्चन
yeah.
नहीं पूछा, इसका मीनिंग ये नहीं ना कि अच्छा नहीं लगा ना.
Sir, there are a lot of questions. no doubt. So,
No, because while you are giving the presentation, I was talking to you and getting the things, question and answer sessions. I think because of that, not many questions arise. Otherwise, you would have been bombarded with a lot of questions.
So I have to say all the photographers upcoming, don't go for the technical, go for visualization. Share your work to anyone and respect the seniors. Is very very important.
Absolutely.
Respect
Well said.
Sikho. Yeah. So that is a very, if you want to be good for, you require lots of blessings. Okay.
Very well
So-
said. Yeah.
And don't too much technical. Thought process पे काम करो. The young people are very smart, but Satish, we have to थोड़ा सा उनको पंच देने की जरूरत होती है, उनको गाइडेंस की जरूरत है. तो अगर अपना काम ये है, YPS का काम ये है कि उनको एक अच्छी प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाना है, उनका काम बेटर करना है, and they can see we are the YPS photographers. Okay, so they have to create their own name, city का नाम बड़ा करना है, and it's a very very important. Respect seniors, respect gurus, and please do good photography.
Yeah.
That is very
so thank you very much, Mr. Shiresh, for giving a wonderful presentation and sharing your knowledge on different aspects of photography, like lighting, background, and thought process behind each picture. All these things are very, very important in all genres of photography, I believe. And without any hesitation or keeping any secrets within you, you have shared all your knowledge with us. And we look forward to have you once again in our YPS. And during this Golden Jubilee celebrations, we will make it more meaningful. And I hope all the YPS members, as well as all the viewers, they were benefited with this kind of webinar. Particularly today, we had a very good discussion and very good pictures we saw by Mr. Shiresh Karrale. And thank you so much. Thank you for giving your time for YPS.
Thank you very much. I wish all the best.
Nice meeting you after a very, very long time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, see you again. Yeah.
Yeah, see you then. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Good night. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye and good night. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm there. Satish sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, Hardik.
Okay, and then I'll drop. I'll cut the call. Okay, sorry to all. My internet is quite.
Oh, is it? What happened?
I'm not sure what went wrong. This never happens. Okay, thanks to all our viewers. Okay, if my video again goes off, that means we'll be ending the broadcast. Thank you once again for staying us with so long. I'm pretty sure it was helpful for everyone. And please make sure that you are staying safe wherever you are. And let us meet next week. We are having Golden Hour next week. After that, we have photography, Deep Bhatia photography. We're talking about dancing drops, art of droplet photography. Very interesting. What can be done with something called a single drop. And as we are, this is our 50th year, we are trying to collect visual memories. If you have any memories connected, if you are a member or a non-member, or you're outside YPS but you are somehow connected and you have some artifacts or resources, please do let us know. You can upload them on memex.ypsbangalore.com. If not, you can directly contact us on our official number 9513 YPS BLR 9513 977 257. YPS All India Digital Salon, it's open for participation and it's free. The last date is 14 July, so do not forget to participate. Another important thing for our